The views expressed by callers, co-hosts, or anyone else who happens to get on the air at Ocelli.com do not necessarily reflect the views of Ocelli.com or Chuck Ocelli, and we are not responsible for any stupidity which might ensue. Thank you.
Ocelli.com.
Welcome one and all. Take it away, Uncle.
This is the new Levolution. We are on the 7th year of the Levolution. The 7th year. And here we go with the starting of the music. What are you doing over there?
Hey, seventh sign of the seventh sign, and all's good. But one thing to know, you can participate in tonight's show. 319 319-527-5016. 319-527-5016 is the number to call. Or reach out to me, Charles.O'Kelly on Skype. Happy. Oh, you guys all right? Aaron, you have dropped sound, brother. I hope they're still getting it on the live stream. Aaron. All right, Ocelli.com is going to take a short break here, I guess. And we'll return. What else can I do? New Year's revolution is rolling, and kind of took a little bit of a stagger step, but it is here. We are live on the 31st day of December 2024, which means that we're almost to that point where we're going to have to say 2025. Get used to that. We used to fill out checks and stuff. I know, old man talk, but anyways, let's just kind of jump back in. Aaron, you're with us, aren't you?
We're here. You were listening to Uncle's New Year's Revolution 2025. Thank you for being here, everybody.
Right. One little detail I did neglect to mention and kind of got cut off on is that if you wish to join the conversation tonight, get involved, you can do so either by dialing in 319-527-5016. Now, I think I got that part out, but also if you have Skype, you can reach out to charles.ocelli, which is me, and join into the show. I will be the designated driver for tonight. No alcohol because I've been sick for like 3 weeks. And and it sounds like Iraq during the War on Terror here in Macon, Georgia. But hey, that's not what it sounds like in California. So, Uncle, Aaron, what are we doing? Aaron, go ahead.
Hey, we're here. First of all, we want to say thank you, Chuck, for being here, because we know that you have been sick and continue to be sick, and you didn't have to be here, and we didn't think we were going to be here doing this show.
Not this year.
But we are, because you made it somehow. As I said, well, Uncle, what it is we have our own resident Italian stallion, Chuck Ocelli.
He's all right, Stallion.
He is not a man.
He's a Rocky number 2.
Yep.
I call him Rocky number 2.
He's like Rocky number 2 is what he is. So it's amazing.
It is.
But yeah, you're the toast of the hours tonight, Chuck. We owe you, man. It's cool that you're here. So thank you for that.
Well,
and anytime that
look,
I know you don't
thank
want to
you.
be on mic, so
No, it's okay. At the beginning here, let's set a few things up. I know people were concerned when your broadcast didn't go out, because there were none. I was literally physically unable to do my job, which doesn't happen that often, honestly. And even when it's probably advisable for me to not do my job, even though this is a non-paying gig, I still take it seriously. I have the work ethic that if you are even remotely capable of getting to it, that is your responsibility. Why? Because you made an agreement. And how can I not support the likes of Aaron and Uncle and facilitate their efforts in any way that I can? I still feel like crap, so I won't be on mic much. And this is the most energy I've had, again, in like a month. I mean, I'm not sure if I got hit with a superbug in Dallas or what, but it knocked me for such a loop that I was unsure as to whether I could continue to be. I mean, you don't eat for 10 days. It gets a little weird. And I didn't dehydrate somehow. And I know what that somehow was, and that's because some people made it possible for Mrs. O to acquire simple things because doctors basically couldn't find anything wrong with me after sitting in an emergency room for something like 10 hours, even after being brought, by ambulance, by the way. Anyway, here's what I say. This upcoming year, things are going to change. Now, I don't know if that's going to be better or worse for everybody listening. We all got our opinions, but this ain't government hour. Let's try to have some fun, folks. 319-527-5016. Aaron, you're so quiet. Are you still there?
Yeah, we're here. Again, Chuck, we owe you, and thank you for being here. And yeah, we're all excited. And everybody, please do call in. If you're there now, call in right now, 319-527-5016. That's the idea behind this show. We tried to embellish it with the fancy music and all that, and it just went to utter hell, as it tends to do. I feel like, Uncle, this is the way it goes. 1 year, we get the intro like solid, and it's like really put together. It's really good. Everything goes right. It's all smooth. And then the next year, it just completely does not. It does the opposite. And then, this was the year where it didn't go so good, and then next year is going to be really great.
It's like Star Trek movies, Aaron. In the history of Star Trek,
that's exactly what it is. Star Trek.
The initial movie turned out to be a financial success, but people to this day complain about how slow moving it is and crappy it is. And it was the first major motion picture. You're surprised somebody even decided to make a sequel, but the sequel, legendary. In sci-fi, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to be able to keep my mic on too much because I got barking dogs, gunshots.
I can hear them back in the background.
Bombs going off, huh?
Welcome to the hood.
Bomb cyclone.
Mrs. O says, "Welcome to the hood, y'all." But here we are, and I'm going to do my best to get through the whole 4 hours tonight. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to say Happy New Year to every time zone in the continental U.S. That'll include our Canadian friends. And, oh, by the way, while I shut my mouth and get off mic, I'm going to try and find out where all the international listeners are, etc. At the beginning, I'm sure it's going to change. And if you guys share this on social media, we'll add to the giant street cream.
There we go. What do you think about that, Uncle?
There you go.
Street creams.
We do. And now I know that Bumwine Bob might show up at some point here, Uncle.
Oh, he'll show up. Dang, we got the drinks ready to show him.
He may do that. So, and I have a special drink if he does show up. Well, you know what? I'll get the drink out ready because we have 7 minutes until midnight on the East Coast, Uncle. So
7 minutes up?
Yeah, and actually, let me make sure I have Times Square. Okay, here's Times Square.
Where's Times Square?
There they are. So they're getting ready. You can see the stage there in New York City. They're getting ready to do whatever it is when the midnight hour hits. And there's the other one. I have some other interesting live streams that we'll go to a little later in the Jersey Shore, Uncle. Oh, actually, here's one from the Jersey Shore right here. But I have a couple other ones, too, that we're going to be looking for orbs tonight, Uncle.
Oh, yes. This is something new.
What's that?
The orbs. We are investigating our friends from the space. I'm curious, myself, I'm curious to have one come down, give a handshake.
Yeah.
Dead serious. No, stop being so thinking funny.
Yeah.
But this is serious.
I know, Uncle.
I mean,
well, if they're there, we'll see them because I have the streams.
Sidekick thinks that this is happening. It might happen. So I don't know.
She does think that.
A beautiful request in the chat room, and I wonder if we can accommodate it. There must be a cam out there because there's many live cams on the internet, although a lot of them have been forgotten, where you can openly just take a look at somebody's surveillance camera. I wonder if there's an orb camera out there. Is there a flying objects camera out there, maybe positioned to just look at the sky? What do you think, Aaron?
Yeah.
Well, what I do, I have that idea, Chuck, and what I have is I've got like 3 different cameras from different areas in the Jersey Shore, which is where the majority of the sightings have been.
Now, could you tell me?
My wife is.
Yeah, could you tell me where they are? Because I might be able to give you some extra insight. That is where I was born and raised, and I didn't always live in Macon. I know my southern accent is impeccable, but, what are you going to do? So, I'm from there. Help me out, and I can help you guys out and put some context on your locations. Do you know what they are, Aaron?
Yes, I do. So I have one is from Seaside Heights, New Jersey. One is in Seaside Park. I don't know if that's a difference or if they're right next to each other. Mm-hmm. And then the third stream I have is Asbury Park.
Okay. So what you have is all shore area, of Jersey, and in 2 counties. One is called Monmouth County, the other is called Ocean County. No kidding. And the ones in Ocean County are that seaside area. Now, Seaside Heights was always sort of a trashy but very successful amusement town for family entertainment, boardwalk rides, skee ball, cotton candy, funnel cakes. Okay? On the beach during the day, you could screw around on the beach too, or at night if you're slick, and all that kind of good stuff, right? Some of the best pizza I ever ate in my life, giant slices from a place called the Sawmill, right there on the boardwalk. Okay. Busy, populated area. I don't recall that there were sightings in Seaside, but besides the Seaside Heights area you just mentioned, you also mentioned Seaside Park, which is more of a residential area, and I'm thinking it's the better bet to capture anything in the sky. Why? Because there's a lot of lights and things that are going on in Seaside Heights that might, get mixed up with other things, be reflections, etc. But in the area where you have just residential expensive properties, somebody might have the wherewithal to point a camera at the sky. So I think you got a good shot there. Now, Asbury Park, now you're hitting almost my hometown. It's right next to a place called Neptune. See, alien stuff starting to happen. Long Branch is where I was born, but Asbury Park is where I was kind of growed up. Now, during my time in Asbury Park, it was post-apocalyptic 1960s violence, and it burned, and businesses ran away, and it was old school and has been a depleted terror area for civilized people for about 30 years. Until recently. Okay, maybe 10 years ago. That's recent to me because I'm old now. They gentrified the area. Now you have wine stores, vintage record stores, places where white people can spend money on things that they think are cool, even though 5 years earlier people were just throwing it in the trash. Okay, stuff like that. They fixed up Asbury Park, which was the constant running rumor for all of us locals for many years. Michael Jackson invested money in the area. Bruce Springsteen threatened to invest money in the area. There was various people who came through, said, this is a great location. Why doesn't it work? And then if you stay at one of the hotels for about a week, you find out why it doesn't work. Just as terribly burned, crack epidemic and all that kind of stuff, Asbury Park suffered it too. Lots of violence, difficult to control, almost like the Fear City that we see on the Netflix series regarding organized crime, except one thing. There was no organized crime in Asbury Park. It was very small tribal gangland kind of stuff. And it was just as destructive as any Italian businessman. So I'm just saying that, but at least business was being done in Asbury that way. If you tried to have a store there or whatever, the rent was exorbitant, and you had to constantly deal with employees being injured and stuff. But hell of a place to grow up. And if you ever want to take a look down things and really dig into it, I urge you, listeners, to go and check out a character named Tilly, who is an iconic figure that was on the side of a place called Palace Amusements, which also, funny thing, the family fun bumper cars and video game outlet there in the middle of Asbury Park, which continued to survive, even post-apocalyptica. Well, it finally went away, but it stayed there for many years, and it's one of the weirdest stories, this whole thing with Tilly and the strange icon that used to look over Lake Avenue in Asbury Park. But when I grew up there, it was a wasteland almost. Abandoned buildings that people would torch every once in a while. People couldn't afford their rent, and yet their landlords couldn't afford to throw them out. Stuff like that. Literal whole apartment complexes taken over Nino Brown style, like it's New Jack City. And now, apparently, no more. But it also had culture. It had music. It had various, clubs. I was thinking, do I bring up the
Chuck,
strip
it's
clubs?
important. I have to break in.
Yes.
It just turned the new year in New York City.
Happy New Year to the Eastern Time Zone.
It just happened. Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you for having a new year. Thank you for being here with Uncle on Uncle's New Year's Revolution 2025. We hope you're enjoying your new year there.
And with
look. Oh, there's a confetti in Times Square. There it is. Look at it. It's happening, Uncle. Isn't that exciting? They were touching a ball earlier. I saw them touching a ball on stage.
I've heard that this is going to be the last ball going to fall. On 25.
There's always rumors of this kind of thing. Anyway, look, I want to get out of the way as graciously as possible, but thank you for cutting in and watching the clock. Now I'm going to drop back and do all of my all of my duties that I do behind the scenes for the most part. But I did take a look at the listeners, and I know Uncle always wants this information, so I want to deliver that before I kind of slip into the background.
Down.
We currently have Canada, Germany, the United States, and the United Kingdom generally described as listeners. Still a small group. Those are gunshots, by the way. Still a small group of nations. We're kind of running low on people, partially my fault because we haven't been broadcasting lately. But we are here, we are live, and I'm also going to try and do some sharing on the social medias, the anti-social medias, if you don't mind. And I'm not completely well, by the way. Some people are saying that in the chats or in messages, but I am, I don't have a lot of strength, so I'm going to conserve it because we still got a good 3.5 hours to go at least. So thank you guys for listening. Thank Aaron and Uncle for standing by me still and being willing to do this with me through all this stuff. 7 years, Aaron. Is that right?
That's what I just said.
Yeah, this is the 7th year that we've done the video. I think we did an audio one before that, I believe.
That's what I said.
I don't even know about that.
That's what I said in the beginning.
It's a tradition. This is a time-honored tradition.
It's become It's become
exciting.
A tradition, and the only thing that I was going to even try to do, because I've been a bit ill, and I'm going to give a special thanks to people later. But for now, I'm going to get out of the way, guys, It's exciting that you have the Jersey Shore cameras up. I look forward, to seeing them, and I'm so glad that you guys are along for the ride. No matter who you are, when you are, or what year you're in, because it's all about to change, and that's the only cloak guarantee.
That's the only thing we know for sure.
Right.
That's the only thing we know for certain. We can speculate other than that, but let's be safe and not do that tonight. What we're going to do, Uncle, is drink a drink. We need to drink this drink because
we have to open one called Harvest Revolution because one already had poked the thing.
We're going to...
United States.
Uncle, I've never had this beer. You've never had this beer. We're going to rate this.
We're rating this beer.
We're going to rate it. So we're going to open it. We're going to rate it. Let me see here. Let me get the old cactus bottle opener out. We'll open it here.
And I would like to, even though I'm not drinking, I want to propose a toast, and you guys can flatten it if you want. And then I'm going to get off mic. Lovely gunshots. Now we got a couple of them. Hopefully they're not shooting at each other and it's just up in the air and, it'll land without striking someone, I hope. All right.
Yeah. Exactly. First of all, don't shoot it at someone, shoot it in the air. Second of all, let's pray that the bullet doesn't come down and actually hit anything or anyone, anything important or anyone, certainly. Any living thing.
Let the lead return to the earth safely. Okay. So with all that having been said, I'm double checking on our international listeners, and I don't know what to do about that, but I am going to go on X, and I hope all of you listening right now will do the same.
Happy New Year for the New York side first.
Yeah, New York, New Jersey, where the orbs are, where all the fun really is happening on the East Coast now. So we
hadn't been a lot of fun for me, but it's
the Northeast is the best.
Northeast side.
But even just being in the East, I am now in the new year. It is 2025 here, so I've been speaking to you from the future, Uncle.
Oh,
yeah.
Dang, Uncle, he's in the future.
Already?
He must have been talking to those orbs and got their technology, their time travel.
You got the time travel there?
Oh, man. Uncle, this beer is good.
I'm getting good in this beer.
You like this one?
This is very good.
This is Bellhaven Brewery Scottish Ale. Rich, nutty, smooth. It's 5.2% alcohol by volume. It's from Dunbar, Scotland. It looks like it is an import from Scotland. That's exciting. Man, this is really good.
I like this beer.
This was actually a Christmas gift from my sister-in-law.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let's have some of those beers here on the Revolution. Man,
I never seen it.
I'm excited about this.
3/4 of this beer already off of this drop glass. And I've tasted it. It's pretty tasty.
It's very good.
I never had it taste this kind of way.
It's different, right?
Completely different.
Something different. I've never had this one. Very good. I am drinking my beer, Uncle, and I'll drink all my alcoholic beverages out of this glass this was a gift from you, Uncle.
Yeah, we got this at
Puerto Vallarta. This was on your recent trip. When I did the War on Christmas Thanksgiving Spectacular, you were on this trip, you and the rest of the family. I was at home, and you brought me this back as a gift. It's pretty cool. It's like a skull. It's a glass.
It's a skull.
That has a skull. The skull is the inside, which is the vessel for the water that fills up.
You see the teeth?
It's pretty cool. I do. I do see the teeth. Yeah.
That's the skull.
It's cool, yeah. So when you pour your liquid in, hopefully it's colored because the skull fills up with the liquid and then you see the skull.
Yeah.
It's pretty it's pretty cool, Uncle. This is and then on the back of it has a handy recipe for a paloma if you want to make a paloma mixed drink, which are excellent. We're not going to make one tonight, but those are good mixed drinks.
Yep.
Yes, I will give you some beer here, Uncle. I see that you ran out of yours. I will refill because you have a shot glass. I have a larger one, so yours is going to go quicker than mine.
Right.
And as I was saying, we have a couple different beers in the refrigerator that we can dip into like this one. We're starting with this one.
Oh.
We have
what do we got up here?
We got some other drinks too. I'm saving for if Bumwine Bob comes on a Four Loko.
Oh, yeah, Four Loko.
You know that we like those.
Those Four Lokos delicious.
Those are good.
Go over the top. I think I go over the top with those. Those things are delicious. I'm just waiting on Crazy Bob.
Uh-oh.
There's the first caller.
We're getting a call from somebody.
Somebody on the coin, and Happy New Year, whoever it is. Hello.
Hello, caller.
Hello, caller.
You're on Uncle's New Year's Revolution 2025.
Who is he?
Caller, are you there? We're not hearing you. Wait. Oh, wait. I think we hear you. Caller, you're there.
There is certainly a caller there. Where'd you go? Jimmy James. Why are you not coming through?
I would have known it was that guy. First one on the ball. Yeah.
Wait.
I knew it'd be him.
Hang
You
on.
knew that, Uncle?
Hang on.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Jimmy. You're done.
Oh.
The boys are doing good. Those boys are doing good.
All right, Uncle. You're not talking to Jimmy anymore. He must have had a problem with his own phone because now he's gone.
What happened? What happened?
I don't know. We didn't get to hear it.
It's all right. It's all right. Anybody that can or maybe did call in, just keep trying. I know that Robin said that he was there trying to call on Skype earlier.
I know what he's trying to say there, but I just haven't arranged to put him in yet, and he's just got to give me a minute. But hang on. We may have the return. Hold on. We may have the revenge of Jimmy James.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
We can.
There you
we
go.
hear
There
you.
you go.
We hear you. Happy New Year,
Happy
sir.
New Year.
Oh, Happy New Year. This is Jimmy James in the year 2025. I'm just warning all you people still in 2024, do not proceed. Go back. Do not proceed.
Wait a minute. Is this an imposter? Is this an imposter? Because to my knowledge, Michigan is not in the Eastern time zone.
Ooh.
It isn't?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
You are incorrect, sir. Michigan is absolutely in the Eastern time zone.
How could we test him to see if he's an imposter, Aaron?
Let's see here. We need to ask him a question only that he knows, Uncle. So think back on one of your broadcasts where you're having a conversation with Jimmy.
Does he know his team?
Quiz him right now, Uncle. Ask him that one question. Yeah. Ask him if he knows his team.
Great.
Do you know your team?
Could it be the Lions?
That's him.
Okay, that's
him.
correct, but hold on.
That's him.
I'm not yet convinced.
You're not convinced.
No,
Uncle's convinced, but not
I'm not
Chuck.
convinced
Okay.
yet. Hold on.
All right.
I have another question. I recently sent Jimmy James a package. What did it contain?
It contained much. A T-shirt, a book, important CDs. And I want to thank you for that pouch, Chuck. I like that pouch. I use that thing as my wallet now.
This is Jimmy James. Absolutely.
Don't you
Identity
realize?
confirmed. Thank you.
Dang, it is him. Wow. Okay, so we got Jimmy on the line. That's a good thing. Now, where do we go from here, Uncle?
Oh.
What are we doing?
What are you drinking there, Jimmy? Mountain Dew?
Yes,
Something
I got
different.
my Mountain Dew right here. Nah, I still got Mountain Dew today.
Oh.
Very festive. Very festive. We like that.
Well, we've got this. We started with a beer test. So we still got to test it, of course. But what the heck, you taking the shit?
You can leave yours on, Uncle. It's important.
We testing these new beers, and he said in the beginning of the show that he had.
This is a Bellhaven Brewery Scottish ale that we're drinking right now. It's working out pretty good. Uncle and I will rate it.
We're
soon.
gonna rate it soon.
We're gonna rate it very
this-
soon.
This is very interesting. This drink.
It's a good starter drink, Uncle.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
no.
good.
So,
This is getting us going. If Bumwine Bob does show up, which I'll have to check my text and things to see if he wants to show up, but if he does, we're saving that Four Loko for when he shows up. Man, things are going to get loco if that happens.
That tastes that local. That local, I know it's good.
You ever hear
Yeah.
that Cold
That's all
Chamber? You ever hear that Cold Chamber song? I think it's Cold Chamber. Did a song called Loco, didn't they?
Did they? I
Something
remember the
like
band
that.
Cold Chamber.
What you doing?
Oh, she made it up here. Well, she made it through your little fortress, Uncle.
Uh-oh.
The dog is in the room. We're surprised by it.
The dog
Nothing to-
has entered the building.
Yeah. She's got powers.
Here's your book. Better be down there.
Ninja Super Mutt.
She's taking her spot. She's going to sit down. She's sitting down by my broken chords, my broken guitar chords.
What do you have? Are you one of those guys who saves the busted chords like up and just kind of uses them as decoration? Are you one of those?
No. I'm the one that didn't realize it was broken. I used it. I tried to get it to work tonight, but that was part of the difficulties we had at the start of the show. Was just, I think, a chord that maybe needs to be replaced or something. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. It's no big deal.
I'm going to bring on a Skype caller next, but I wanted to let you know that I quickly looked up the song "Loco" by Coal Chamber, in fact. So my memory, I guess my brain didn't die. So
there we go.
Got a little memory, no Mandela effect about it. And the lyrics begin, pull, steamroller rolling through my head, said, attached to Loco, power up coal. Through the system out to right, said, you're in my light. Lock down the generator, on man. Screw. Don't use the system, use the main plan. Full power up.
Whoa.
To the point, man. Don't
talk about a coal chamber. My goodness,
that sounds like what's his name? Your son's guns.
Don't F with me. Am loco, me loco, am loco, me loco, am loco, me loco, am loco, me loco, pull. And that's just the beginning of the lyrics there for that song. So I wanted to remember that, and I got a machine gun salute outside for it, right?
Yeah, that was full auto, Chuck. That was crazy. What the heck is going on over there?
I tell you, man, you know, New Year's, Christmas, and 4th of July, oddly enough, they go berserk. Now, I'm going to try and organize Skype callers next, so be ready for those as I bring them on. And I'm going to shut down my mic so you guys aren't just hearing explosions constantly, okay?
Yeah, it sounds good. We're zooming in the Jersey Shore live feeds here, see if we can see any orb activity.
We're going for the orbs.
Yeah, we're going for the orbs. It looks like we have a regular aircraft here. And which one are we looking at? Seaside Park? This one we're looking at now is Seaside Park. This is a bright light from.
Oh, where's that?
Well, this is just a light from like something that's on the shore, like a building. Unfortunately, so that's kind of getting in the way. But let's go over to Asbury Park.
You got to watch. Where is it in Asbury Park? Does it describe the exact location?
It might on the website. I could go to the website because I'm pulling these from the web. I do have links. I don't know. I don't know. It's somewhere.
It's one of those weird situations though that I was so super familiar with the place. I mean, I was a successful musician. I was an unsuccessful musician. I was homeless at one point in Asbury Park, which was almost like a demilitarized zone. And I mean, you know. Such was life. It was grungy, greedy, grimy, and all that. And you survived it. You let people know. So, anyway. So, the exact location, have you tracked it down?
Okay, here, let me hold on. Let me go to the website. You're testing me. Let's see here. Asbury Park. Let's go to the link.
Shifter, by the way, Phase Shifter asks, is that a ball or is it an orb?
Well, we are on the Asbury Park cam now. I don't.
Right there.
There's that right there. See that right there, everybody?
Yeah,
it's a flashy. That looks like a normal aircraft to me because it's blinking like a normal aircraft does. So that's what I'm imagining we're seeing there. Let me see. Let me go to the thing here. Asbury Park webcam in Asbury Park. This Asbury Park beach cam is provided by apboardwalk.com.
Ooh.
Beach weather, surf reports. I don't know if it says. Enjoy the view from the Asbury Park webcam with New Jersey beach cams. Our beach webcam will show you the best live view of Asbury Park Beach, so you can experience this beautiful Jersey Shore beach whenever you want. After using our map of New Jersey beach cams, take a look at the Asbury Park Beach live camera and check out the weather forecast for New Jersey. There's lots of links in this description.
Wow.
With the Asbury Park Beach webcam, we want to provide you the current beach conditions in New Jersey. That's all the info on this site.
Okay, cool.
I I don't know.
So somewhere on the beach, which is half of the damn town. All right, cool, great. So it's the east side of Asbury Park, which was generally considered to be the most dangerous side until gentrification came. So I'm right now going to share the Uncle New Year's Revolution link on X and see if we can't attract some more. So if you have an X account out there, get on it, find Uncle, and then in parentheses the podcast, or at Uncle Podcast on X, and use Elon Musk's tool of diversion, distraction, and destruction to promote Uncle the Podcast live as we welcome 2025.
Yep. I said it recently on I did an episode of The Age of Transitions this week, Chuck, and what I said was people need to share the show and like recommend it to people that they know, and that's the only chance that we have left is if people are sharing the show and recommending it to other people, because other than that, like the shadow banning, the not showing up in searches, it's not happening, so we need any help that you can do. Don't downplay it, because honestly, it's all we have left. So that's it. Like nobody's going to see this other than the people that already know that it exists, and then the people that they tell about it. And
we are practically the survivors of the original vanguard of internet broadcasters who did it their own way without corporate sponsorship. So remember that when you're tuning into the Joe Rogan Experience, and I get all the good guests, and I've got millions of dollars behind me. And oh, by the way, $130 million a year or $200 million a year he gets for that.
Yeah, I know.
Long toss from Fear Factor, and you could make 10 families wealthy with what this guy's getting paid. But anyway, no bitterness here.
Yeah, I didn't sense any, Chuck. We've got Creative Accidents in the chat at Twitch. It's great. Hey, you're one of those people that obviously is there and is one of our people and is always around. He's saying, Happy New Year's Revolution, friends. I'm here to claim my 7 years badge. See, he does deserve it. He's been here for every single one.
He absolutely does, right, Uncle?
You need to make one of them.
There is one. That's what you got to work on.
I got to make a badge. I got to make one.
You got to make it.
Time for Aaron to create awards.
Something.
There we go. It's worth it.
All right, Sidekick, get on it now.
Yeah, I'll get the embroidering machine fired up, and we're gonna make some cool patches or something. Is what we're gonna do. We need to get an embroidery machine this year, Uncle.
You know what I found? Not an embroidery machine. You know what I found online recently, and I was shocked at the low sticker price. Is if you order straight away from Vietnam, you can get something that literally engraves, like with a laser printer, for about $75. Now that's a hell of a thing, because if you can go to that means you go to the dollar store, and you could get a dollar store item and slap Uncle the Podcast on it, and bang, it's a brand new product. It costs you $1 and whatever the supply is to laser burn it. I don't know. And you have an endless supply of brand new merch. Anytime you want to go and buy a case of something. You could have Uncle the Podcast toothbrushes. You could have anything.
Well,
print it yourself. DIY. Okay. With that, I'm going to give it a shot and see if we can't join somebody via Skype without a disaster. Okay?
Here we go.
Let's see if we can do that. Okay. Hang on, folks.
I believe in this.
I am still moving slowly, and technology is not advancing itself, okay? Just letting you know. And by the way, a special thanks to Creative Accidents, who has been here all through the interesting journey of Ocelli.com transmissions. Thank you, sir.
Indeed.
And also a friend I always get to meet in Dallas when I go. So I love that. And my friends even love hanging out with Creative Accidents. He's a great guy. Anyway, let's see if I can get this done, huh?
Yeah. Something's going on with the chat here. I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Uh-oh. Is there a fight in the room? Or do we already have
it disappeared. I don't understand why. But I can get to work again. Let's see here.
Well, I was just curious, because that would be the first ballroom blitz of 25, yeah?
Yeah, let's see here. Okay, here's this. Everything should be fine. Embed chat.
Should
Copy.
be caller incoming now.
Greetings.
Hey.
Hey, that's the guy.
Who is this chat?
This is the guy from the Canada. Hey, Canada boy.
Right, I'm your Canada representative here.
Representative.
Happy New Year, East Coasters.
Nice.
Why? Yeah. Who would thought we'd get the two first ones?
We get the two
Jimmy
first ones?
and him. Oh,
Me and Jimmy are your dedicated boys out there.
I know. That's what I was about to say. You just hit it. You said
You're almost like my father,
Exactly.
Uncle. You're not just Uncle. You're like my father.
it's like it just. I mean, I can understand, but it's just the way it is. Sidekick.
It is, yes.
I mean, we hear the people, and they're the first two. I mean,
Yeah.
they're gonna want to hear talking.
People love hearing talk.
And these are two
Love to hear
that like
talk.
that.
That's what the podcast format's all about there. Yeah, Happy New Year, Robin.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
You're going to be celebrating with us because you're in the same time zone, but nonetheless.
Yes.
Well, I've got bad news. I'm going to be going to bed early.
Oh, Robin. What are you?
happened?
Are you?
Getting over a cold and other related issues, so
Oh,
I got to call it early tonight. But
it's
I thought I'd ring in
it
early
is
here.
what time now? 10.
It is.
Is
Yeah, well, it's 9:30 here, so it's what? It's 12:30. It's almost 9:30 here. It's almost 12:30 on the East Coast. We're coming up to the Central. It's about a half hour away from the Central Time Zone New Year, which we'll be celebrating next. More drinks. Well, actually, Uncle, before we move on to another drink, we need to rate this one.
Oh, I know that.
So we're
I
gonna.
got mine rated up.
Do you want to do the rating of this drink right now?
Hold on. Before you do that, I have a bit of an alert here and a question, Aaron, as to whether we should reveal what I'm about to show you on Skype to the audience or not. I don't want to inadvertently promote something, but what if somebody recognized the genius of the Uncle Revolution and decided to co-op it
Oh,
and copy it and take it over?
No,
What do you think?
That's no good. They're not
Co-op
fine.
it.
They're not cold.
You don't like this.
I don't like that idea.
Uncle
Chuck.
doesn't like the sound of this one
I
bit.
do not like
I
that
bet you
idea.
don't.
Sounds.
I was
Don't show
hoping
it. Don't
I was
show
hoping
it.
you guys were gonna reveal a 2025 Uncle swimsuit calendar.
Swimsuit. What the heck are you? I don't even got a counter in my room.
Nothing that crazy.
Not
Let me
that
see.
crazy.
I'm seeing what Chuck. Let's see here.
That's a mistake. That's a mistake. Hold on.
Oh yeah. It's like this looks like some sort of medical stuff here, Chuck.
No, I tried to grab something off a screenshot, and it's giving me trouble. But let me get it
Okay.
because you're going to
Okay.
be. I don't know how you're going to
Surprised?
react. I don't know how you'll react or how Uncle is going to react here to this. Okay, dead serious,
dang.
guys.
Okay. Well, I know that Alex Jones did an emergency broadcast today. I missed it, so now I don't know what the important.
what
I don't.
was it?
There was something very important, but I also don't care what it was. So.
Oh, on your side of the story?
Nah, it doesn't matter, Uncle. Just pretend I never even said it.
It must
Let me see. Let me see if Chuck dropped the new info bomb on me.
One
Not
moment,
yet. Okay.
one moment, please. Yeah, I will get it there, and you will wonder why this is happening, because I do for sure.
Oh, you're gonna want. It's that good?
I just want to know why somebody else is grabbing the Uncle idea. That's all I'm saying. And
Oh God!
No.
Uncle, are you mad?
Pissed off.
have you?
Oh no, Uncle, take it
You
easy.
start showing it, I'm going to be pissed off at.
I'm not showing it to anybody right now. I'm just observing that this is happening, and I didn't know what to do with it, guys. So
Here,
and
Look, I'm going.
Take on.
Oh dang it! The live feed in Jersey. I will say that the live feeds in Jersey, the Jersey Shore feeds, are a bit tricky because they keep wanting to go back to a commercial and they keep making me refresh,
a constant
refresh
constant
all the
skip,
time.
constant skip trapping.
I see Ruckus is in the chat at Twitch. Hello, Ruckus. He's saying AJ's emergency broadcast was a special announcement. His male vitality pills were going on sale. Oh, good.
Lovely. Well, every day is an emergency broadcast in Jonestown with Panic Attack Jones. So, But interestingly, somehow or other, he wrestled Infowars.com back from The Onion. And, when are you going to tell me that this system is rigged and just understand that? Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm just taking it all as entertainment here, okay?
Indeed. Let me see. I still don't see your info bomb yet, Chuck. Just drop it whenever you can.
3 times I've tried to grab this off a screen, and it has not successfully given me the correct image.
Okay, it's fair. I get the general impression of what you're saying. I feel like somebody's just doing a New Year's show, just like Uncle is.
Yeah, but it's curious to me who it is and what in the H is happening.
Well, Chuck, it's Ryan Seacrest, our sworn enemy. This has been happening since day one.
No. Look,
this is nothing new, Chuck.
That's not the one I'm going for.
Better not touch it.
It's Ryan Seacrest.
That's my enemy. I don't want to see that. I don't want to hear that name.
Hey, if that bothers you, Uncle, I got to tell you.
I do.
You better brace yourself. I mean, because I'm not even worried about Andy and Andy over on CNN, okay? I'm really not. But I think this may have captured it finally.
Okay, the info bomb drops. Here, okay.
I believe so.
Unless it's something
that is real, Aaron. Okay, with that, I'm bound.
Yeah, I mean,
no, that's the thing that's actually happening.
Yeah, of course.
What is it?
It's an alternative live stream for New Year's Eve. It's not Ryan Seacrest. It's not Andy and Andy. It's not any of those other things. It's just it's a new one. I mean, it's a night, Chuck. It's a night for entertainment.
Well,
it's a night for entertainment. So it's just another broadcast,
Can take over.
But this is the Uncle Show here. Uncle, I think we need to rate this drink.
Well, rate it first.
Do you want me to give my rating first on this one?
I do myself.
I always do? Okay.
I want to hear yours.
This is Bellhaven. What is it again? Bellhaven Brewery Scottish Ale. It's good. I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. This is very good beer. I very much enjoy this one.
Close. And before we get the most important rating, I think you should allow. You have 2 listeners on the line. They should probably kick in a listener rating before we get to the real big bang, which is Uncle's rating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Producer notes.
Jimmy, do we still have Jimmy?
All right, Jimmy. What's your rating at?
I rate that Scottish ale. Does it taste more like a lager? Does it taste like a lager or more like an American beer?
What do you say, Uncle? What's it taste like?
Lager.
Tastes more like a lager, according to Uncle.
Lager. Jimmy.
I like a lighter deal, so I'm going to go with a 7 out of 10 or a 3 out of 5.
Okay, very good. Robin, what do you rate the beer that we're drinking?
My telepathic taste buds tell me it's probably pushing about a 6, based on when I put myself in Uncle's mouth as his tongue.
Dang, Uncle, he's got powers.
Yeah. Sorry, don't swallow me, Uncle. Don't swallow.
Hey, quickly.
Uncle's gonna...
Quickly, before you go on to the most important rating, I have a question which is developing from various conversations in chat and private communication to me. Were there any Uncle drop glasses created?
Oh, yes.
Oh, no, we don't have any drop glasses.
Okay.
I would like that started sometime.
We have
this coming year.
We have input from listeners who say that they want them by 2026.
Oh, dang.
They better get busy, sidekick.
Oh, gosh.
Better get busy.
Does that engraver work on glass?
Yes.
You need to get that engraver.
Yes.
It does?
It does. Even, by the way, Crazy Accidents is in my chat room admitting to the drop glasses. And he was the first one with the mild suggestion. Uncle Drop Glasses by 2026.
Okay.
I always
well,
like
there
to
we go.
start off Aaron with a couple jobs every year here.
Well, you got to give them something to do.
I don't even need a resolution. People give them to me.
Right.
And they're handed over to me.
He gets them free.
right.
He gets them free. He doesn't even have to do any of the tedious thinking. See?
I know. I'm the envy of everybody.
Well, that's because, in the old cartoons, they would put a light bulb above somebody's head for an idea. Notice how Aaron's head resembles a light bulb.
That's what I was going to say. It looks like one.
There you go.
Oh, man.
All right, so I'm done, but I am going to drop a significant picture into the Ocelli.com chat room and sit back for a minute and try to actually consume a little caffeine to make sure I stay awake tonight, guys.
All right. Well, thank you once again, Chuck, for being here. You are the toast of the night. And I would also recommend, once again, if anybody can, send a donation to Chuck over at Ocelli.com. Please do that if you can. I was honestly thinking about going like full-on telethon style on this show, Uncle. But I think if we just from
Telethon?
yeah, like the Ocelli.com keep the network going telethon.
See, I don't want to be one of those guys that does that. I appreciate the fact that people did reach out to me at a key moment, and because honestly, I couldn't even afford Gatorade, at a certain point. It's expensive, everything's so expensive, and I couldn't afford to take grocery money away from the family so I could have something to try to hydrate myself without the help of a couple of people, which I think Mrs. O will join us at some point to thank them directly on air here. Okay, so want that known. And also, my break from my show will end sometime the ending of the first week of the new year. Okay, I'm going to get back on it, but I need to book, create, and reach to the muses to get inspiration. So there you have it.
Awesome. So don't be dismayed, listeners. The Ocelli Radio Network is still here. Chuck is still going. However, in need of all the help that you can send. So just if it's $1, send a donation at the donate button at Ocelli.com. I would suggest. So there you go, Uncle. It's our producer there.
Whatever you can do is greatly appreciated. I appreciate that. I don't like to be the guy begging for money, but I got to be honest with you guys. Most support has dried up recently, and I don't know how I could possibly do it without all of you who have donated in the past, who have given me guidance or help in one way or another. There's a lot of people that I need to thank just for keeping me in one piece. So I appreciate it, guys. And, I've been at this about 12 years now, I think. And everybody else, look, Aaron's been at it, I think, longer than me. Even though he's younger than me, he's had a longer career. And my most valued and trusted ally in this war on stupidity. See, it's not the
that's our new
war.
that's the new tagline there.
See,
that's
AJ can fight the war on information. We're going to fight the real enemy, stupidity. What do you think?
Ooh, it's an uphill battle. I know that much.
Oh, well, that's assured. I mean, you can't escape that.
We'll do what we can.
Exactly.
We'll see what we can do. I'm not expecting gigantic returns, that's for sure, but we're going to keep going nonetheless. So that's just fine. We'll take what we can get. And I'm still enjoying myself making the media. I've had a great time this past year, actually, 2024, doing different things. Uncle, we got the VCR out here. We connected it. I got my old camera. Connected that, got some old tapes, and I was playing them on the live stream. We're goofing around. We're having fun with the live streams, right, Uncle?
Yeah, but there's one thing that you want to get still, and it's taking a while.
What is that?
A TV.
Oh, yeah. A TV monitor would make it.
Monitor.
It would be nice. We can use. It would be nice to have a second monitor, but that's fine. That's just a little piece of gear. We're always getting little new pieces of gear too, Uncle. So we'll just add that in. It's not even a big deal.
You can go and get what I got you for Christmas. You can use that.
Oh yes, yeah. You got me a You got me a gift card. I could buy it from there. Yes,
Gift card.
Not
Nice.
a problem. Yeah.
A gift card to where though? I missed that part.
It was eBay. So I can find anything. on there.
Nice.
I
I didn't know they still made those. I used to love the eBay gift cards. I would buy them for myself because I didn't have a credit card. And that's how I bought stuff on eBay. And it was always trouble. Like, how do I get rid of the last
now you can
dollar?
get more equipment.
Right, but I would end up with like $1.37 on the thing, and I'd be searching on eBay like, can I get something for $1?
Yeah. We are actually, it looks like, according to my amazing technology here, it looks like we're doing pretty good on Twitter X. So if you are over there and you're enjoying the stream, do a repost or it's not a retweet anymore, is it? But, just repost the live stream if you could. That would do us a big favor. So thank you for that, everybody. We've got Count Pupper says Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Count Pupper.
Pupper from the same general area where I emerged on this rock. It's a repost, by the way, Aaron, just to make sure technical terms are all intact and Elon Musk is definitely in charge. Okay.
All right, so repost away, please. That would help out a lot.
You still want my...
Oh, Count Pupper says he's on the line, Chuck. So I don't know. We'll go to him in a minute.
I'll get him there.
I believe
I'll get him there. I had to jump around and do a few other things, so I wasn't looking at the lines, but I will get him and anybody else on. Actually, you now have a few callers.
Oh, dang. Oh, wow. We're doing good. We better go to these calls.
Let's go to calls.
Yeah, so hold on. Jimmy James, you're on hold. And let's see who we'll go to. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Now, we just lost one, but we still have another one in the 856 area code who's been there for 4 minutes. My apologies.
Hey, guys. It's the Count. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Pupper. Good to have you, man.
What you been drinking
Good to
tonight?
be here. Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Oh, what a good choice there.
My go-to cheap beer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever
You
see...
can get a lot of it for...
Yeah, it's cheap. Pupper, did you ever see the South Park episode with that beer featured?
No, I haven't.
They do a Cops-like
I've
show.
seen Blue Velvet.
Okay, but they do a Cops sort of parody of TV. And Kenny's family gets dragged away for being meth, manufacturers. Anyway, they make the people, as they're being put in cuffs, they make them look at a camera, stare into the camera, and say this: "Oh, I'm white trash and I'm in trouble." Sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon. I always thought that was one of the most hysterical, direct, attacks on a product I ever saw. And the funny thing is, I bet you it sold more beer.
Oh, yeah.
It might have. I mean, it's so cheap. That's why I go for it.
Well, that's why we used to buy Meister Brow.
Meisterbrow, that's right. Meisterbrow. Yeah.
Not because it was a fancy German beer. I think it might have been made in Pennsylvania, but just because it was like, what's the cheapest thing I can get from, whatever little money I have.
Pennsylvania's close enough to Germany. It's the land of 1,000 burgs.
Well, relatively.
Is Pennsylvania.
Yeah, relatively. Yeah. I mean, look, so is Mars closer to, to Germany than, say, Epsilon 9. But the point is that it's just funny to me. Also, the cheapest beer I ever saw wasn't even Peel's, which was a classic, cheap, trashy beer. But the cheapest beer, which actually was not bad at all, was simply called American beer.
American beer? Was that the one in the white can?
Yes, and you should know it because the only place I ever saw it was in Pennsylvania. And you couldn't buy a six-pack of it. You had to buy – this is another funny thing about it. You couldn't find it broken down into a six-pack anywhere. It was either one can at a time at a gas station or you had to buy, like, the case and a half, 36 cans. That's the only two quantities I found for American beer. White can with an eagle on it, I think, if my memory's not Mandela now.
Yeah, it might be Mandela.
By the way, somebody called in and dropped, and I would really love for you to come back on the line. So please call back in. You were waiting about 4 minutes, and which is about what Count Pupper actually waited, 4 minutes. So
Yeah.
I don't have my eye constantly on the calls because I'm making sure everything else is working. But please do join us and say whatever you want. All right, thanks. Now I really want to shut down.
In Canada, we got a crappy beer called Lucky Lager, which everyone buys.
Ooh.
It's one of the cheaper ones.
I haven't even had it, and I like it.
Tastes like pond water.
Pond water.
Ew.
They should call it Lucky Pierre and Dirty Sanchez. Okay.
Oh man, I mean, certain cheap beers are good. It depends, and of course, man, we need Bumwine Bob here now with this kind of talk. But I mean, I like Pabst Blue Ribbon. I think it's good. I mean, you're enjoying
I know,
it, right, Pupper?
I do too.
Right?
Oh, absolutely. That's why I go for it because it's the cheapest, but like still, I really enjoy it. That's why, it's probably not the cheapest in the store, but it's the cheapest that I like.
You pour it into a beer cup?
Beer cup.
No, these are just, I get the 24-ounce big gigantic cans.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
The only
Straight
way to
from the
drink
can.
Get a couple of those.
The only way to get Colt 45, and as Billy D would tell you, don't forget the 2 rules. First, never run out of Colt 45. Second, don't forget rule number 1. Anyway.
Billy D.
Billy D. Williams.
Yep. Oh yeah, he was the guy for that for quite a while. That he ran quite a successful ad campaign for Colt 45.
Yeah, and the guy who could never make people come around to saying, they couldn't make him say Han or Han Solo during Star Wars. If you notice, it's mixed up.
Yeah,
the guy's supposed to be his longest living friend and whatever, and he's calling him Han.
Yeah. Lando Calrissian. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Uncle, I haven't seen a single drone out here. I think everyone's lying.
Uh-oh.
I think they're full of it.
We're on the cams right now. I'm showing the cams. I'm going back and forth between Asbury Park and Seaside Park here.
Is it a hoax, Pupper?
There's nothing here. I haven't seen anything.
Nothing.
I think
Really?
it's there.
Really? Now, see, my wife would
Nothing.
strongly disagree with you based on whatever it is she's looking at. But she would disagree with you, I have to tell you.
Yeah, because 2,500 miles away, she can
Out
see it
there,
better.
or she's seeing videos from Jersey? Because I haven't seen anything here in Jersey.
Well, that's the other funny thing is what if, right, somebody was just gathering these things, and I've seen it before where they've said, this is New Jersey, and I've looked at it and gone, no, it ain't. It's no, somebody showed me a city for ideas.
Right.
That's an airplane.
Somebody showed me a city.
Planes.
They showed me a city for ideas to put at the header on my website,
Yeah.
And they said, this is a city in New Jersey. And I looked at it, and I said, this is like a cartoon. This isn't a city in Germany. What city is this supposed to be? And it turned out that, somebody had just CGI'd a city and labeled it as something in New Jersey. And it didn't even exist. New Jersey exists, though,
Well, in other live cam news, New York City, Times Square, it looks downright run down now. And the crew is coming in, cleaning up all the trash everybody left behind. And it just, it's not quite the party atmosphere it was less than an hour ago.
Wow, they shuffled them out of there that quickly.
Oh, it was super fast.
That's
It was
surprising.
Hey, quick
Yeah,
warning.
right?
Quick warning. We only have about 15 more minutes until the next time zone switches years on us. So there you go. But just want to make sure I keep track of the time this time, best I can. And I assure everyone I'm not drunk, by the way.
Just to let you guys know, I'm going to cut out after the next hour or two. I got to go to bed early, but we'll catch the rest of the broadcast tomorrow.
You'll get
All
the
right.
podcast. Yep.
Yeah, I also can't stick around. But I feel like I've called in every year, so I wanted to make sure I did this year. And
Have you called
You
in
guys a Happy New Year.
all 7 years, Bubba?
most of them, I'm pretty sure. I haven't stayed on very long, but I'm pretty sure I've called in every year.
Well, we should
Please
ask
say
the
hi.
we should ask the resident historian for Uncle the podcast. Crazy
Yeah,
accidents,
they'll have to
and he'll tell us the exact
check
time
the
markings.
records.
He'll tell us the exact times that you were marked as participating in the revolution.
Yeah, check the records.
Check.
Well, whatever the case
I would say
may
at least
be.
half.
Yeah, at least half of them is really good, and we appreciate it, Pupper. It's good to have you. And you've been there on a lot of our recent streams, like when we're on the weekend doing VHS or like playing a game or something. You almost always show up, so it's good to have you there.
Try to stop by.
It's awesome. It's cool.
You guys do a lot of great content, a lot of great videos, and Chuck, I hope you're feeling better and all the best to you, man.
I'm on my way to recovering, but I thank you for your sentiments and everything that you've contributed over the years. I'm not talking money. I'm just talking about spirit, ideas, and I think you're one of the few people that actually shares the show on social media, which, again, I remind you, if you use Facebook, if you use Twitch, Telegraph, any of this X, everything's X'd, with Elon Musk. Generation X. That's just the way that's going. And I know I sound crazy, but look, if you got,
just subscribing and liking it and sending the video helps it with the algorithm.
Absolutely. So we won't defeat Seacrest, but we can give him a run.
Yeah.
One for his money.
We're going to do what we can.
I mean, we can at least beat it when he's going on, what is it, Jeopardy now he does, or is it Wheel of Fortune? Which one?
He's on TV or the radio like 24 hours a day. I don't know how that guy does it, but somehow he's always like.
How does a guy get a job like that, Aaron? Seriously, I mean, how do you get? If we put you in a cool suit, you'd be awesome as a visual device on these game shows. You would be great. You're worth being paid. I mean, at least whatever the hell he's getting. If you wanted to tame it down, because it's too many people think he's pretty or whatever. Even so, if you took half his salary, trust me, your family would be pleased. You know what I mean?
I think Seacrest visited the Crossroads, if you get my drift.
Oh,
there you go.
Fell down on my knees. Hey, do you know that song on guitar, Aaron?
No, I could learn it though, and maybe I need to.
Maybe we should jam that one time. We'll do a jam live. What do you think? Try it.
Yeah. Or I hope you're not talking about tonight.
Oh no.
Okay, as long as it's not tonight, then yes.
No, because I don't want to be like went down to the crossroads and threw up on my knees. No. Okay, not for me. Thank you though. All right, so now I'm going to close off the mic for a while. Is there any information you want from your producer, Uncle?
No, he said most of it.
All right, good.
Okay.
Wanted to make sure
take a rest from listening to us clowns talking.
Great.
There you go, clowns. Clowning up.
So let's keep that ball rolling, not dropping.
I like how you're staying dedicated to those glasses, Uncle.
Oh, about them. They actually use glass. You can actually make it in glass on your machine.
You're talking about the drop glasses now?
Yeah,
Are you talking about the 3D printing machine? Is that what you're talking about?
You could have. It's not a 3D printing machine though. It's an engraver. So yeah, you could engrave on a shot glass. We could get plain shot glasses, or I could send you my skull shot glasses, and we could print on the back of it, Uncle the podcast, and put your face logo on it.
Want to do that?
We could do it. It's an investment.
We can send them.
Maybe we should get the engrave. I like the idea of the engraving machine. I really do, because I like the idea that Chuck is throwing out here of engraving random weird stuff. That's fun.
And the only thing I need to tell you about that, Aaron, is the place I told you to get the T-shirts from.
Yeah.
It is on there in various forms. It's a little difficult to find, but once you find them, you'll find like 15 different kinds. And I think the highest price one I saw was $300, but I also saw them, like I said, at $75, $105, and for me, bang for your buck wise, well worth it.
Okay.
I was actually talking about the 2025 glasses, but
oh yeah,
I knew that, Robin, but I enjoy the other glass talk. I really do.
Well, but here's the thing: next year, 2026 glasses could say Uncle the podcast around the O.
Mm-hmm. They could.
Work, right?
Pupper just left. Happy New Year, Pup.
Happy New Year to the Pupper.
I got a question for Jimmy James.
Oh, we got another call. But yeah, let's do the question, then we'll take the new call. What's the question, Robin?
Just wondering if there's been any gunshots over in his neck of the woods there.
Well, he's not in Detroit, so,
Isn't?
No,
Well, I think I've heard about him having shots ring out.
Could be. He's in Michigan, after all. So, but, Michigan's a weird place because you either got, ghetto firepower in Detroit, or you go out in the sticks a little bit and you got militia land. So, it's wild. Even the home of that fake, ridiculous, what did they call them? Remember they tried to kidnap the governor, allegedly? And it turned out...
that's right. Yeah, and they were in the PT Cruiser or something.
Yeah, and I
remember that.
Turned out their group was made up more of FBI people than their people. But remember, it was like, we want to put these 13 people on trial. No, you don't. You want to put 6 of them on trial. And the other 7, informants. Okay. That's all
classic
normal.
entrapment.
No. Not when our, just like Nixon said, not when the president does it. Anyway... is what it is. But
is Jimmy there? We still have Jimmy on the line?
I have him on the line, but we have another caller I'm going to, and then we can come back around to Jimmy. Cool?
Okay, sounds good. We got to get this new call. We will.
Who is this online and on air with me?
Hello, it's Mrs. O, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Mrs. O.
Year.
Glad to have you.
My time.
It's exciting.
She's in my time zone.
I wanted to come on and thank you all so much for helping me get Chuck better. With, whatever it is that's going on that they keep saying there's nothing wrong. I wouldn't have been able to do it without your help, and I am forever grateful.
And the best we can offer back is... The best we can offer back so far is my ability to finally do a broadcast coming back, and I refused to miss the New Year's Revolution with Uncle. So, and I appreciate that. But everything costs money, and we didn't have it, and I was so out of it, I didn't even know what day it was. So, appreciate it. I don't want to bring things down, but Mrs. O, why don't I haven't even asked you this question, and I'd love to lift the spirits of people. I think it's necessary. What do you see positive things coming in 2025? What's your thoughts, feelings, all that?
Well, I am a little scared.
Are we going to enter a great age of transition, dear?
I'm telling you, 25's got to be better than 24. It really does. I mean, everybody's been sick, and it's just chaos. It's got to calm down. Something has to give, or we're going to self-implode.
I know it, but being that it's the Uncle Show, I love imparting some positivity, because Uncle loves positivity and moving forward and being grateful to, the higher powers that things are rolling and life continues and all that. So what's a positive sentiment, a positive spin? I mean, outside of many thanks, which is a positive thing to do, but what do you think? I mean, is there something upcoming? Is there an opportunity for people to be something better than what they were last year? What do you say?
I think so. I mean, it's all a matter of mindset. So, I put down and asked the universe to make some the things that I'd like to change for our family. And then, when things are going okay in your own personal space, you can pass that on to other people. And I think that's what we need to be. We need to be kinder to each other and respect one another, and learn how to communicate and learn how to listen. So I really hope that we can do that. We can start changing for the better as a whole for our country. And I do have positive feelings that things are going to get better. With every new year that comes, there are good things that happen. So let's hope that that's what's going to happen this year, because that's what I want. We have our own personal goals as a family and what we want to do. And I'd love to hear if anybody's doing anything exciting, like moving or got a new job.
Upgraded something. Yeah, definitely. Well, Uncle, what are your thoughts about?
Some kind of upgrade.
Yeah, Uncle, what are your thoughts on my my wife's sort of open-ended prayer to the universe? What do you think?
Very good. I give it an A.
There you go.
A plus.
A plus on that.
Go.
The way people talk, and I think she got an idea of it.
So here's the thing, Uncle. We didn't get the rating on the beer, but you definitely
I know,
grading.
because you guys been talking about beers and stuff. I didn't get a chance to say. Wait,
I forgot about that.
Well, we're grading. Listen, that's my job. Kick us back on track. But you gave Mrs. O a grade, and I appreciate it.
Back on track, this guy.
Exactly.
There's more trouble. I'll let you tell you, Chuck. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
There's more times that I've been trying to push this man to try to get on track more than being ill. You know?
I got you.
I mean, it's been trouble for me. Man, I'm putting it over the top anyway.
The beer. Okay, so
Right.
it's a 10 out of 10. Is that what you mean?
10.
Oh
Hey,
wow.
2-minute warning to the Central Time Zone.
Oh goodness, 2 minutes.
Where's your? Give me another drink.
Uncle, we might have to do an emergency and dip into the Four Loko already.
What else we got down there?
My only other recourse is go downstairs, get another beer, and we could open another beer. What course of action we taking here, Uncle? We got to think quick. We got to think on our feet.
Do we have a break coming up soon?
Yes, we do.
Well, we could have a break.
What do we have on a break?
Break, we got some music, a couple of the regular spots you hear on Ocelli.com, and maybe some other things you haven't heard in a long time.
Ooh, I like that. So let's do this. It's about to be New Year's. We got to say Happy New Year because it's in 1 minute. 1 minute from now.
1 minute we'll do the New Year.
What are they doing in Times Square right now?
It doesn't matter. You need to look at Texas.
Look at a party.
You need to look at Texas, and now the sanitation guys get work for a little while. But anyway, but Texas, I don't know who else is in the Central Time Zone, but it's Central in the U.S. So go ahead, tell us about it. I mean, I hope that all of you here in this in that time zone are doing great, and I know Uncle has those great wishes too, right?
I'm still looking at those things as Mrs. Sidekick is looking at these space things.
Space things.
Getting me in spirits about that.
Well, get
space
ready.
Stuff, yeah.
Well, get ready because we're almost on it. I think only seconds left, and boom, it is midnight.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Whoa. Heavy
Oh,
metal.
wow. That's it.
Let's get that head banging.
Brief clips from the song Loco, Cole Chamber.
Oh, Coal Chamber. Okay, yeah. Got it, yeah. Loco.
Well, you said Four Locos, so that's where you're going. So what's that beer?
It's tempting me.
What is that beer worth there, Uncle? Give us a rating.
10 out of 10.
It was 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. All right, I didn't hear that part. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Over the top.
Are these dollar store beers?
Oh, the dollar store beers are out of business.
Yeah, no more dollar store beers near him.
We just can't. They're out, and they were helping a little bit, but they just couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Well, you know how it is.
This be.
Well, you know, you know how it is, hon. As soon as people find something they enjoy and it's cheap enough for them to afford, what does capitalism tell you to do? Double the price.
Right.
Yeah.
Or they pull it.
Yeah. Remember what planet we're on, babe.
They do to you. Every time you find something you enjoy, they discontinue making it.
Yeah.
The out of town beers. What is these?
Yeah, this is an out of town beer, the one that we got. It's Bellhaven Brewery Scottish Ale. I believe it's imported from Scotland, I think.
And drink up. And drink up. Happy hour is now enforced by law.
Yeah, it's an import, Scotland. It was good. I got this as a Christmas gift, and it was good to drink. I think I'll go break into my other Christmas gift beers, and we'll drink another one of them and wait for Bum Wine Bob, because I'm really tempted to open that Four Loko, but I also feel like we should wait. Well, I have a Four Loko here, but I could go downstairs when we're on break. I can go downstairs, get another beer. That's what I'll do. Yep. Then we'll get another beer, and then after that beer, I think we'll do the Four Loko.
There you go. So, honey, I'm putting you on hold, and you can just chase us on out with the break to the break, the transition, Uncle or Aaron, whichever.
Yeah, Uncle, what do you have to say? Take us to the break here.
Let's take us to the break for now. We'll be right back in a little while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to tap out here myself, guys. So.
And I figured he had to go somewhere, too.
All right, Robin, thanks for being with us. Happy New Year, Robin.
Glad everything was able to come together. Chuck, absolutely. I hope you feel a lot better in 2025 here.
Right. And I want to thank you personally for your assistance, because literally I would not have been hydrated without it. My brother.
You're welcome, Chuck. You're welcome. I'm glad I'm in a position to assist there. And like Mrs. O said, we gotta look out for each other out there. Bring more humanity to the world here.
Almost the Christmas message. I didn't get to do a Christmas show this year. It's the only year since I've been live broadcasting that there was no Christmas show at all. But bounce back. We can give that same sentiment, even though it's based on a whole bunch of weird pagan stuff that nobody understands. It's okay. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Feliz Navidad, and hallelujah, pass the ammunition.
All right, y'all. I'll catch you next week. I'm hoping there.
All right. Take care, Robin. Great to talk to you as always.
Yes. Adios.
Revelation through conversation.
Ochelli.com.
Yo, this is Doug Campbell, host of the Dallas Action Podcast, presented by Wall Street Window. And you are listening to the Ochelli Effect. Revelation through conversation.
Once again, they ride the rail, you better throw that sucker War State by Michael Swanson explains the great national transformation that took place and put the Kennedy presidency in the context of the times and reveals never-before published information about the Cuban Missile Crisis. President Kennedy would not have been assassinated if he had been president 200 years ago. His assassination took place in the context of the Cold War and the rise of the national security state. Before World War II, the United States was a continental republic. In the decade that followed, it became an imperial superpower. Generals such as Curtis LeMay not only wanted to invade Cuba, but knew that there were short-range missiles on the island armed with nuclear warheads that they could not destroy because they were on mobile launchers. Their invasion could have led to a third world war, and they wanted to go to war anyway. The War State by Michael Swanson reveals why and will show you what President Kennedy was up against. For more information, thewarstate.com.
The Ocelli.com radio network.
Uncle, do you remember that time when Benjamin Fulford said that an Asian secret society was going to dispatch ninjas to take down the Illuminati?
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, in the cartoon.
Yeah, did that ever work out too good?
No.
It didn't, did it?
Didn't work.
But here on Ocelli.com radio network, things work out a bit better, don't they?
Much better. I mean, it's clearer and understanding about the programs. The programs are much clearer. Getting live people into it. They really have a good conversation going.
Much better.
Much better scene.
I say forget Benjamin Fulford and his ninjas and listen to the Ocelli.com radio network.
I agree. It's straight to the point.
Straight talk.
And I like that idea.
Ocelli.com.
Uncle, do you remember that time when Benjamin Fulford said that an Asian secret society was going to dispatch ninjas to take down the Illuminati?
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, in the cartoon.
Yeah, did that ever work out too good?
No.
It didn't, did it?
Didn't work.
But here on Ocelli.com radio network, things work out a bit better, don't they?
Much better. I mean, it's clearer and understanding about the programs. The programs are much clearer. Getting live people into it. They really have a good conversation going.
Much better.
Much better scene.
I say forget Benjamin Fulford and his ninjas and listen to the Ocelli.com radio network.
I agree. It's straight to the point.
Straight talk.
And I like that idea.
Ocelli.com.
Let 'em know. Let 'em know. Let 'em know. Got to let them know. I'm bringing all shock like I'm Kid Rock, sipping Bud Light at the drag show. I'm bringing all shock like I'm Kid Rock, sipping Bud Light at the drag show. Erroneous method, the world's worst professional provocateur. Hit them like it's 2000 something and Beck is back on tour. You never really wanted me anyway. Alcohol turns me into your enemy. I'm Yosemite Sam with some Hennessy. I used to think that bottle was the remedy. Picked it up once or twice after I let it go, but finally had to let it be. I used to roll with a fat bitch. She would give me a left tip for some literacy. I mean literally, not figuratively. I mean literally. We all want chances, we take separate stances, but learn to let it go. We learn to let it go. Oh, we take control. Heroes. Just a couple. It's okay if they have flaws. I wouldn't have stayed sober without Sam Tripoli Zero. Talking to Chris Graves on the pod. A month later, he's talking to Charlie Robinson on the pod. The people he influenced me. Word to Chuck Ocelli. Sorry, I haven't done it yet. I'm gonna get you those beats. But we the people's influence like drops of water in the sea. And it's sad and so plain to see that blatantly the powers that be, they've taken corruption to an incompatibility with reality. I got no problem with conspiracy becoming an industry as long as we stay hard on fact. Spread no fallacy, go forth with no malice. Casually ghost produced for years, stacking up that wise wolf gold. Ain't your average G. I'm a bastard with no mask, but the method had one long before the Rona, so don't get mad at me.
The Ochelli.com radio network.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, I'm interested in the truth about the JFK assassination.
Right, well, what do you want to know?
Judy Baker's wild claim, Oswald girlfriend, she knew Ruby and Barry, cancer weapons. Really?
I imagine I could claim I have 4 wheels. It doesn't make me a wagon, but okay.
Oswald was on the kill team and trying to prevent the murder of John Kennedy. Come on now, has a real expert on the JFK assassination looked into her claims?
Go to Amazon.com, enter Judith Baker in her own words. You'll get results for a digital copy of a book where Walt Brown utilizes her own words and the known evidence in the case to get at, well, a different perspective, let's say. You can get Judith Barry Baker in her own words from the author himself, signed if you request it, by contacting Dr. Brown at KIASJFK@AOL.com. It's a fun book, and it actually dissects the many, many fantastic claims. Judith Barry Baker in her own words.
Thank you for all the great information.
Nuclear holocaust. You know what uranium is, right? This thing called nuclear weapons and other things, like lots of... You know what uranium is, right? Bad things. Things are done with uranium, including some bad things. Nuclear holocaust. You know what uranium is, right? I've been brief. Nuclear holocaust. Nuclear holocaust. You know what uranium is, right? This thing called nuclear weapons and other things, like lots of... You know what uranium is, right? Bad things. Things are done with uranium, including some bad things. Nuclear holocaust. Nuclear holocaust. Nuclear holocaust. Nuclear holocaust. Nuclear holocaust.
In Denial, Secret Wars with Airstrikes and Tanks by Larry Hancock. Secret wars became a staple of U.S. covert operations and are still happening today. Larry Hancock's book, In Denial, rips the cover off many of them. Using new files, it exposes things about the Bay of Pigs that no one has ever written about before. It shows why it really failed and why the United States did not learn from it. It also shows why other countries today are doing secret operations with more success. This is the book that puts what some want to deny into the light. In Denial, Secret Wars with Airstrikes and Tanks. Larry Hancock. For more information, go to larry-hancock.com. Pick up your copy of In Denial at Amazon.com in digital or physical form.
What would I do? Revelation through conversation. In a radio show / podcast. You want the good news? Listen to the Ocelli Effect. Chuck Ocelli is the most underrated voice in all media. News, education, and entertainment. The Daily Bread from Ocelli.com. Go there. Save yourself from ignorance. Ocelli.com. But we all agreed to put Ocelli.com on and listen to the Ocelli Effect. Revelation through conversation. Ocelli.com.
Ocelli.com.
Warning, 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 warning. This is a Menacing Podcast.
Let them know. Let them know.
Let them know. Uncle's New Year's Revolution continues now after we've already given the Happy New Year to the East Coast and the Central Time Zone. Next, but Mountain. I hardly know anybody who lives in the Mountain Time Zone. Only people I know in that area really are in Arizona. And they don't bother with the clock changing in most of the state. Anyway, Aaron, Uncle, 319-527-5016. Join in on the fun or reach out to me, Charles.Ocelli, on Skype. And with that, I already feel myself fading, so I'm going to step away from the mic a bit and turn it over to my longest-standing allies in alt media, Aaron, Franz, and the great Uncle.
All right. Thank you for the intro there, Shark. We appreciate that. We're back, Uncle. We're back.
We're back, and now we have to hear, oh, Jimmy doing these couple days.
Well, we don't have Jimmy on the line, but Jimmy, if you want to call back in, call right back up. Chuck will patch you in. We'll go right back to you. Yeah. And anybody else who wants to call in, please do. Again, the number 319-527-5016, or you can come on with Skype. If you use Skype, type Chuck a message, and then he calls you. So type a message to Charles.Ocelli on Skype, or call 319-527-5016. We want to hear what you're doing on New Year's.
Hey, would you like to pipe? Excuse me, 1 second. Would you like to pipe in the calls directly? Because I could let it so that if they call in, they hear the little "get ready for the Ocelli effect," and boom, they're live.
If you want to.
That's good. Yeah, just have them come right on.
Little surprise audio landmine. Little surprise audio landmines for you guys to navigate for a little while. What do you think?
Yeah. If you want,
you'll be off of it for a while. That'd be a good idea.
You could also give us a little ring sound, and then we'll know that there's a caller there if we're not going to them.
Yeah, if I catch them before they start talking, I'll do it.
I mean, whatever. Yeah, just pipe them in. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, anybody. The lines are open. Everybody.
Right, so and we can handle up to 100 callers. Just so you know. So bring it on.
100 callers.
Yeah. We can take all the calls that we're going to get. That's for sure.
No, I made sure that we could do that, and I'm working on a way to video, by the way, so that people on their cell phones could actually join via video, not through Skype, but just through their regular phone call. They could just flip on. I've been working on it. And I'm trying to find the most economical way to make it happen so people could show you their faces a lot quicker. Uncle, what do you think of that?
That's a very good idea. I didn't think you'd do something like that, but that's very interesting.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the most cost-efficient way to do it. So as soon as I can, boom, we're on it, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can do that with NDI through Skype too. So I know I've got an NDI thing with my cell phone, so I can use my cell phone as a camera and as a not very good microphone. I got to figure out the microphone better, but I have got the NDI thing working for the camera, and I think we
are unmuted.
Oh, I think somebody might be here.
That was my move.
Somebody unmuted. Who's that?
Somebody's here.
Somebody's on the end.
Hello.
Bring him on.
Caller, hello.
I shut down Mrs. O. We have another caller.
Oh, Jimmy James is back then.
There you go.
Oh, good.
Jimmy,
Great.
what's that now?
And just as a warning, to all callers, you will now be, as soon as I can kill this echo, you'll now be directly, there we go. I think we're cut. We are cut.
It's gone.
All right, now, the warning to all callers. Once you get past the little intro that says, get ready for the Ocelli effect, you're live with Uncle and Aaron. No gate. There you go, guys. So, Jimmy, you had a question, right?
Yeah, Uncle, how do you think the Lions are going to do against the Purple People Eater machine in Minnesota?
They're going to your town, right? They'll be playing you, right? In your town.
I believe so.
I think it'd be fine. I think Goff, he knows the system. He knows how to do it. He took us halfway to a game, LA people. So, and when we traded it over to you guys, I think he would do very good, and trying to take that next step.
There we go.
I agree. I think Goff is it's really weird. Everyone keeps talking about how good the Lions all of a sudden is, and yet no one ever gives credit to Goff.
Yeah, well, it's coming from him. He's the one that gets it moving.
He's good.
I mean, if let's say the deal wouldn't have happened, it would have if our coach didn't like the other guy. You know what I mean?
Stafford. You're talking about the Stafford for Goff trade is what you're referring to.
That's what I'm referring to. Yeah. And if they didn't like each other, that never came. If you know what I mean.
That seems to work. It worked out all the way around.
But it worked out the way it wanted to because of that.
Yeah. I think so. I think it worked out good for everyone. You guys got a Super Bowl, and I think before it's over, we'll end up with one someday.
It looks like it. Looks like it should.
I think you'll get that top seed. The only question is, of course, when you get the top seed, you're going to be off for 2 weeks because the wild card teams play first. You see what I mean?
Well, the Lions are a wild card team.
No, they'll be there if they win over in the regular season. The Minnesota Vikings, they won't.
Oh, they could still beat the Vikings. Oh, okay, all right.
They'll be top seed.
Got it.
They're fighting for that.
They're fighting
for home field.
Yeah. And then whoever doesn't win the division will be a wild card, and they'll be a very high-rated wild card.
Right. Just what you said there, sir. Okay?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was trying to get to. You got that, Jimmy?
You following all this?
Yeah.
Well, that's what
I know the Lions.
Huh?
Yeah, they got for sure a playoff berth, but I agree. I think they'll beat Minnesota, but then they're going to take some time off, like you said, and then we got to do the real scary thing and face the Bills. And last time that didn't work out so great.
You know what, Mrs. Sidekick. I'll give you a prediction here. Mrs. Sidekick loves her Bills.
She does like the Bills.
And she's predicting the Bills and your team. They're in the Super Bowl.
That's what
That's what she's saying.
I think that's what she wants to have happen, is have the Lions and the Bills play, I think, is her scenario. We'll see.
What?
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
It'd be something different.
So we don't have to play the Bills no more? Then after Minnesota, who would we play?
Because the Bills are AFC.
No, we won't. You have to play them. They will be playing. If you get that far, you'll play them in the Super Bowl. But they still got to go through the process of who's playing them next. And I don't know who's going to be playing who next, because the regular season isn't really over yet. This is the last week of it. The 18th week is the last of it. Then the week they'll tell us who will play who. You see.
Look, a related message just came to me about a football player, and part of the subject matter covered at the beginning of this show. So I just interrupt briefly Jimmy James to offer this. I find it amusing, and someone else is as crazy as I am. Anyway, I would like Contra player XG743, whatever that means. I would like you to call in to the Uncle Show. Personal invite. Line is open. You can jump right on. Why? Because, ready for this one, folks? Patrick Mahomes is a confirmed alien from another world. The shape of his head reveals it. That's why his helmet always looks funny on his head. And if you take a look at the pictures of his father, he is clearly also of the same alien species. So this is why the Kansas City Chiefs will be unbeatable again this year. I'm just telling you what the message said.
That's performance enhancement. Performance enhancement. That's the worst performance enhancement scandal ever. I want that man Mahomes checked out.
Well, wait a minute. Would it be performance enhancement? Wait a minute. Would it be performance enhancement if that's the way he was born, Jimmy? Really? But his dad did have a funny shaped head. I remember that. And the Mets, he played for the Mets. And his batting helmet never sat on his head right. He had an extended high head. If you look at the, I think it's the 1980 baseball card of his father. Pat Mahomes, I believe was his name.
Pat Mahomes. Yeah.
Anyway, I'll go get that picture and put it in the chat. And I want opinions, but I want our friend Contra player. Apparently he liked the game Contra back in the day. To join us and explain his alien theory. Would you like that, Uncle?
Yeah, I would like to know what's going on here with these alien things.
Sounds interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
The NFL had some bit where they were claiming that Josh Allen was an alien.
Yeah, he was saying he was.
They called him Josh Alien.
John Alien. So, you heard that.
They're all getting called aliens right now.
Because of this alien thing going in the sky.
They're the hot topic, yeah.
It's making a top subject.
Yeah.
Topic on this stuff.
Very topical.
There's always got to be some sort of, deep-rooted theory as to why somebody is unbeatable when they are, right? Yeah, there's got to be a reason.
Should be. There should be an explanation of some kind.
Also, has anybody noticed a lot of news stories about angry dogs lately, or is it just me?
Angry dogs.
Angry dogs. Yeah. Dogs becoming enraged and doing crazy things because they're angry.
I missed those stories.
I missed those.
So are the orcas. The orcas are knocking the boats over for kicks.
Oh, yeah, the orcas. I have heard about that.
Yeah, that's another thing. See, animals are starting to act crazy. They're giving us all the middle finger. What do you think?
Well, they got to blame themselves. I've been trying to tell them in this family, listen to your dogs. But nobody's listening to the dogs.
Nobody, huh?
I mean, I'm the only one listening. I've been trying to tell them that. Exact same things you guys are talking about these animals.
Well, you're listening.
Yeah, because I'm listening to the dogs.
Well, that's good.
But nobody else is.
Well, somebody. You.
You're listening to the dogs, Uncle. True, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Well, we have one that's he's real old and
he's not doing well.
He's not doing well.
Well, look, everybody's a little squirrely when they get older, right? I mean, it's just the reality of things.
He'll be 10, but I heard that 10 and 11 is as long they live for.
Because he's a bigger one, yeah.
Because he's a bigger dog.
Not necessarily true. I mean, I've heard of 12 and 15-year-old dogs. They're usually not happy when they get to that age, but they do exist. It happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the mutts.
Until she found out.
Did you have a dog and a cat together, Jim? Yeah.
Open lines. Are the lines open here?
There we go.
Hello?
New caller in. Yeah. What the dogs?
What is going on here?
Yeah, I say throw the lines open, man.
Well, they are open.
They are. That's
checking
why
in
you're
from
on.
Sasquatch land up here.
That's why.
You seen one yet?
That's why you're on, Eddie.
I haven't seen him yet, but no, I'm at work, man. But I had to get outside. I'm ridiculously busy. It's sickening.
On New Year's Eve.
Yeah, man. You got to understand.
Year for New Year's Eve. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. I got to work. I'm working New Year's Eve. I work in the disease promotion and maintenance industry, so that's kind of how it goes.
Oh, hospital. Okay.
But anyways, man, I don't care about football, baseball, or any of the rest. We need to get Mrs. Sidekick, Melissa 1, I believe it is. We're not going to get the butt smack from Melissa 2. I guess that's off the books now. But we need to hear.
In fact, I haven't heard her.
It's been many years.
Yeah, but we need to. We need to hear Melissa 1, Mrs. Sidekick's theory on these aliens. Drag her in here and let's hear what she thinks.
Oh, man.
For goodness sakes, we got to know what's going on here.
Tell Mr. Sidekick here.
I've
the subject.
I've heard plenty about it. I can tell you. So, yes, she does have a lot to say. She's not here right now. We're the only she's out and about. She's in the neighborhood, but she's not here. Maybe one of these days.
Next Friday, man. Next Friday, line it up, man. Line it up. We got to hear her theory, man. I mean, I'm
she could even
fascinated by this.
So no butt smacking or butt scratching. No butt smacking or scratching this year, huh? On the show.
Yeah, Melissa too.
Actually, the last 2 years, it stopped.
It stopped a while. Yeah,
that Melissa too out in Florida, isn't she? She's in Florida, Melissa too.
She's in Florida.
And I was hoping we'd ever get to see that butt smack off the high dive or whatever it is she did, man. But we never got to see that.
It never happened.
No drop glasses, no Uncle Drop glasses, no butt smack. What's going on here?
Yeah, well, we're
no retro hat.
These drop glasses, but we're having this discussion about this glass. And
Aaron,
I don't understand.
I want you to know, and I announce only on the Uncle Show, something that I have found, and I may have actually experienced a legitimate Mandela effect.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
Well, I remember Patrick Mahomes' father being a baseball player in the early 80s.
Uh-huh.
That is not his professional record currently.
Uh-oh.
And I was a fan of the New York Mets. I collected New York Mets baseball cards and distinctly remember him being on the 1980 set of Topps baseball cards.
Uh-oh.
In a Mets
Mandela
uniform.
effect, man.
In a Mets uniform. And guess what? No dice.
Oh, man, really?
Really?
What was
The Mandela. The Mandela.
I think we're going to experience a lot of Mandela effect in 2025. You should ask for predictions, too, Uncle, from everybody.
Hey, Chuck.
Yeah.
He's putting some crazy ads on you being in the wrestling match.
I made a special graphic of you, Chuck. It's a Rocky IV graphic. First of all, I do the animated GIF of Dolph Lundgren as Ivan Drago. He's saying he's not human. He's like a piece of iron. And then I cut to an image of you. It's your head photoshopped onto Stallone's body from that movie.
Nice.
So you are the Italian stallion Rocky Balboa.
Oh, he's right, Balboa.
And you are the piece of iron.
I've been watching this.
And I thought that was funny because, like, you know, it's crazy that you're here, and it seems like you could go up against Ivan Drago.
Well, I give it a shot nowadays. I'll tell you that. No problem.
Can you send it to him?
Yeah, I'm going to have to send that one too. I'll send it to you, Chuck. You're going to need this.
The bigger the tree,
hey,
the louder
hey,
the
Chuck,
crash.
if the purse is big enough, man, if it's a big enough purse, take a fall.
Hey. Shh.
It could be, hey, that's a year in review moment right here. We could talk about the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson nonsense.
Oh, there you go. Now that was kooky.
Couple
that was
weeks
stupid.
ago. Of course, he's up as an age now.
Yeah, but 1 minute rounds.
I heard it's mostly those two guys versus the crowd.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because the crowd was so mad by, like, well, it went to 6-7 rounds if they were dancing.
Yeah, a lot of weirdness during that.
Yeah, you can't trust it. We've got some interesting action to chat. Rizm is there. What's up, Rizm? Happy New Year, man. Thanks for showing up. I know Rizm. Rizm's a buddy of mine. I'm glad to have you here, man. We're just enjoying the revolution. This is Uncle's New Year's Revolution 2025. To anybody that doesn't know. As you can see, they're partying hard on the streets of New York City, Manhattan right
They're
now.
still on.
Look at them go.
Yeah, the invisible people are really causing chaos.
Well, most of the people there are wearing fluorescent jackets at this point in time.
Oh my God, that picture just showed up in the chat. Thanks. Sorry, I'm going to shut up.
But hey,
maybe they had a mass. They might have had a mass abduction over there in New York, man.
Oh, dang.
Everybody's gone.
The orbs, Uncle.
Oh, the orbs are back.
And I
haven't seen an orb yet going flying overhead.
I know.
I've been waiting to see one.
When that ball fell, I was wondering, are you sure that's a ball and not an orb? When the ball fell in New York.
Oh, dang.
You know that now that's the last 25's going to be going up on that. That's the last ball for this year.
No more ball dropping.
Is there any truth to that? I got to look that up.
Something they said. Something they said.
Yeah, that's odd. I don't know
Something
about
they
that.
said about that.
They're done with the ball? That's it?
The 25.
In New York City. Are we talking about the New York City Times Square, the ball that falls down? It's all
that ball
shiny.
is going to be ending.
That ball's ending.
That's what I heard, what I understood.
Wow.
You better check out there, Chuck.
The end of the ball.
Maybe.
I will go do some, light research and return results.
Yeah, research, John.
There we go.
Because I heard that.
And this week, the Guardian Angels have returned to the subways.
They're putting
I did see something about
That's
that.
because he lost the race for mayor, Sliwa. That's why.
He's got to do a PR stunt. Is that it, Chad?
He's got to do something to get his name back in the papers and try to win next time if there's even a state of New York left by the time everything is all said and done. He's going to try and get back in and to be like, hey, I helped you during the murderous age in the 70s and 80s. Let me in and I'll really make things work.
There we go. Everybody's scared of crime now, so that's a good ticket to run.
Even though crime is down, crime is not down enough.
There we go. Make it downer. More downer. Uncle, we've got this other beer. Should I open it or should we wait until the new year, the next new year in, looks like 13 minutes from now?
I think 13 minutes.
You want to wait for 13 minutes?
13.
Do we want to see what the beer is? Do you want me to preview it?
Which beer do we got this time?
We're going to preview what it is. Pull out a magic container.
Hey, Ed, do you got a drink?
No, I'm at work, man. I'm in Dry County, Utah somewhere right now, man. Nothing for me. No, not now. I got some sake at home and some beers at home, but I'm an hour away from that before I even get on the road there.
We got a weird one. We've got a weird one here.
That's a
It's weird.
Cool,
this is what is this called, Uncle? Tell us what it's called. What is this thing?
The food.
It's got fruit in it, yeah.
It might be a fruit drink.
It appears to be.
Yeah, it might be a fruit drink.
Oh, boy.
It's weird.
That sounds scary.
Drink, and it's it has...
We might be in trouble. So what this is, let me read the label. It is Schofferhofer Hefeweizen beer, spelled B-I-E-R, no less. And it's grape.
That's a wheat beer.
Grapefruit, yes, it's a grapefruit.
Grapefruit.
It's a grapefruit a drink, and it might be, not to say what it is, but it might be a drink like fruit. While you're drinking a beer.
It says it's German quality grapefruit. I don't know what the heck this is going to be. German quality. It's not German, but it's German quality. Whatever that's odd too. I don't know what that's getting at. German quality. I don't know. This is a mysterious beer, but we're gonna drink it because why not drink something weird?
Okay, as you take a drink and sip on that or guzzle or whatever it is you're gonna do, I have looked up the deal with the ball. Apparently, that is the last time for this ball. It's going to be placed in a museum. It doesn't mean they're not going to drop the ball no more, but that particular ball is going to a museum.
It's ending. It's ending that ball.
That ball is done.
That ball is retiring. No more ball. No ball for you.
That's what they said.
I think I see it on the ground there, Uncle. See, we're going to the live cam again. It's got to be there. See beyond that last stage? I think they have it in a van back there.
It will be placed in
the van, and then they gonna take it to the museum.
I guess
it'll be placed in the new 1 Times Square museum.
Oh,
so that's what it was about.
There's a president.
So there's going to be a new ball, though, right?
Hang on. I'm getting to that. There is a president, apparently, of Ready for This Countdown Entertainment, who is the co-organizer of the New Year's Eve that they have in Times Square. There's actually a whole company devoted to dropping the ball.
I know.
Who knew that ball drops would be that important?
That would be something experiencing.
So that's it.
You know about this?
It's now going to be in a museum. But there still will be a ball drop.
Strange.
There will still be a ball
there was something strange about that.
New design, new look.
You knew that.
And it's not the first time.
New design. I wonder what kind of new design it's going to be.
Who knows? They'll probably make it look more futuristic, It'll be something trashy that people are going to hate for a while, and then they'll get used to it.
Oh, man.
Maybe it could be an Elon Musk ball that's gonna send out mind control beams or something to everybody.
Yeah, if the batteries work, sure. And only if he gets
some kind of Elon Musk mind control.
Only if he gets
from
some,
now on, yeah,
and only if he gets some extra government contracts from his BS position in our government now, which is unelected, unselected.
He won't have a problem getting a contract. He's close to the power.
Well, he's
close to him. He's close to that guy.
That's how he makes a living.
Definitely is.
Before Trump, that's how he made a living. So come on. Government contracts.
He made a living with doing these electric cars, and I never seen come out and trying to figure out how to put them down, charging them again.
Yeah, on a massive scale.
Trip.
Forget about people being afraid that somebody's trying to steal food stamps. On a massive scale.
From the government.
On a massive scale.
Chuck, how did Trump make money from government?
How does Trump make money from government?
Yeah, how do they?
It ain't government hour this time, man. Come on, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, we got into it from the conversation.
No, I wasn't talking about Trump. I was talking about Musk.
Well, Musk is Trump too, though.
No, but Jimmy wants me to defend my position on this, but tonight ain't the night for it. But I'm just saying that Musk makes so much off of government contracts. That's what he does. And regulations that go in his favor. But that's his whole living. That's how he's made money outside of that, and unbelievably getting involved in things he didn't invent.
Well, yeah, him and then Mr. Libertarian Peter Thiel, the God's gift to libertarianism, lives off government contracts. Right. I mean, but whatever. It doesn't matter.
The guy who believes, in freedom for all is all about, let's collect some of those food stamps, but I don't want, just a couple of cards. I want the agency. So, it's a thing of beauty.
Hey, I think the real problem is Trump's trying to butt in on Uncle's New Year's revolution now with his own
I wasn't even going to bring that up.
Man.
Oh, God. Here we go.
I saw what Chuck put up there. Yeah.
Yeah, we did look.
Trump's trying to horn in on your New Year's revolution, Uncle. He's trying to run a similar program at Mar-a-Lago.
Okay, did anybody see?
Stop with that nut, Chuck.
Yeah, let's
with the nut.
Let's go to this though. Did anybody see the pictures of Pat Mahomes and his dad that I put up? Which, by the way, the guy in the pictures there that is supposed to be Mahomes' father does not resemble the man I remember. I have a legitimate Mandela effect for the first time in my life.
Oh man, the real Mandela. Wow. This is disturbing.
Hey, well, how about Aaron Judge, man? I respect him as a ball player in spite of he's a Yankee, but he's like almost 7 foot tall, 6'8" or something, and he's got that elongated looking Egyptian god shaped head, man. I wonder if he's not.
I noticed that too.
Well, stay tuned.
Yeah, I think there might be something fishy going on there.
Call in.
Now on that. And Aaron Judge, he's a good hitter, but I'd say Mahomes is a better candidate because he keeps winning the Super Bowl, and I don't like that.
Tell me that head is not weird shaped, though. Despite my Mandela effect, tell me that there's not something weird about the way his helmet sits on his head.
Yeah. No. The thing about Mahomes is he has one of those special safety helmets that's shaped all like light bulby and big, and it makes his head look like an alien head.
Yeah,
but it's one of those weird safety things, is what he's got.
Yeah. Okay, but forget that. Look at him when he's wearing a headband. Look at the picture I put up there. Come on.
No, you know what it is? I know what it is. You know what it is? It's his hairdo.
It's just,
no,
he does have weird hair.
It's not
hairdo. Fit the helmet on the hairdo. For a moment, people.
Find me another guy in the NFL.
And see how it looks.
Jimmy just hit it. I'm telling you, Uncle, it's not the hair. Forget the hair. Find me another player in the NFL that has the freakishly tall head. Serious. Find me one more. You won't.
I think the hair is covering up his own head.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's a mystery.
Kind of like in the movie.
It's an unsolved mystery.
Kind of like in the movie when the guy was wearing the turban to cover it up, right?
Oh, yeah, and like in black or something.
Right, Jimmy?
When he was a cab driver, and Sinbad was his boss, it says, I love that guy. He used to work double time, double shift, triple shifts. Triple shifts, 24 hours.
Well, I had to do that in the convenience store business all the time. You know, I didn't have people show up. I'm the manager. I got no spare people. I can't borrow from another place. Guess what happens? I work until the next morning, and I can find somebody to relieve me. Or I got to rotate my own people around to replace a guy who's down suddenly, or two guys down suddenly. Or the whole family gets arrested. Things like that. And all of a sudden, Chuck's there for 24 hours, and people are looking at you going, have you gone home yet? I saw you here yesterday morning. Nope.
Still here. Sorry.
Take a half-hour nap in the office and try not to go insane while they yell at you about their lottery numbers. Anyways.
You could hallucinate when you stay up that late. I did that working at elections once, and I swear I could feel the ground moving under me. It's like, I got to get out of here. I got to go home. I've been there like 30 hours,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, it felt like the ground was slipping out from under me, and I realized then, man, I got to go sleep.
No, one time when I did a 28-hour shift, I was starting to be convinced that the entire world was now changing from a place that has air. We're all going to be underwater soon, and we're going to adapt. Our air is going to become water, and the oceans and all that is going to become air.
Wow.
We're going to become mermen then. Yeah.
28 hours of work.
It is. It's weird when you don't sleep straight like that.
I got 3 hours of sleep. I went in. I was trying to leave early even because I was already tired, and then phone call. You ain't got no relief. Okay. Next phone call a couple hours later. That guy next after that guy's shift is not coming. Guess whose shift is after that? Mine.
Yeah.
And then the other guy who's supposed to finally relieve me after 24 hours is 3 hours late. So 28 hours.
That's too much.
Think of it this way.
That ground will shift on you, man.
There,
when you
they better pay you.
Yeah, problem is this. If you're a manager and you're on salary, guess what?
Yeah, the salary. That's how they screw you over. Salary's terrible. It can be bad, yeah.
Oh,
it can
great.
be bad.
He was the manager. That makes sense.
It's great.
Oh, God, we have 2 minutes till midnight.
2 minutes to midnight.
Oh, 2 minutes till midnight.
Essential?
Still the unborn from the womb.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Uncle, we have to kill the unborn in the womb.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? Isn't that great?
What is that?
It's a crazy
That's
song.
what we're about to do.
Whoa, what happened to our listeners at Ochelli.com? Where did you guys go?
Wow. Did they go away? Or
something happened. I got to check. Something's wrong. They have been abducted.
They've been abducted.
Abducted. Maybe the aliens got them.
We are still broadcasting.
Hey, see you later. You too.
We have some on X, a couple on YouTube.
Ooh, who's that guy?
Wow.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Again, if you're able to repost this on X, it's a big help. So please do. I know that we're live on X now, and YouTube and Twitch and Rumble. I don't think we're getting much traction on Rumble tonight.
No, but really bizarre. We lost 20 listeners in the space of 5 minutes. So I don't know what happened. Yeah, I saw.
We scared them talking about Patrick Mahomes' light bulb head.
The
alien. When you started talking about that,
they're trying to shut us down like the X-Files. Okay.
They might have just all got drunk and passed out. You know, it is New Year's Eve.
I know, but they'd leave their devices playing, wouldn't they? I mean, where'd you go?
Hey! Happy New Year! It's New Year on the mountains in the Rockies.
Zone.
Let's tap the Rockies with Chauffeur Hofer.
Chauffeur Hofer. Let's see what this tastes
Chauffeur
like.
Hofer.
That's what we're gonna do.
All right, everybody,
now.
take a drink.
Here we go.
Oh, there comes me.
Forget the other beer that you usually tap the Rockies with. We're doing it with this one that's German. What is it? German quality? German
grapefruit beer, man.
Yeah, German grapefruit.
Okay. So what do we got left now?
How many time zones we have left?
Yeah.
Only one.
Oh, one?
There's only one more.
Oh, there's one more.
So there's yours, Uncle. Ooh, look out. Look out.
It's ours, Uncle. The next one is New Year's for you and me, man, out here in the West.
Exactly. One more full hour for all of us on this, and then maybe a little more, because we got to get through the New Year on the West Coast, and then shout-out time.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Okay.
Here's our drink. Everybody have a drink. We're testing this drink.
But tell a friend, share the broadcast. We're 20 listeners abandoned us. What happened?
Oh.
Wow.
Okay. Strange exodus.
That don't sound right.
No, it doesn't. Strange exodus.
Take another extra swig for me, Uncle, because I don't got nothing. So take another big slug for me, brother.
This isn't. What do you think of this, Uncle? Is this good?
Now, this one is different.
It's different.
It's got, like I was telling you in the beginning of it, before you opened it.
Yeah.
It is a fruit drink.
It's fruit.
Boy, where is our drinker?
We need our drinker.
We got our drinker in here.
Drinker, where are you?
Get in here, because I got something to talk about with him.
Okay, let me send a message.
BWB, where is he, man?
I know, we're trying to find out.
Someone, Bob's probably passed out drunk already.
Knowing him. Yeah, tell him I've got something here to look into. Get that drinker over here.
I was saying, call it if you can. Uncle's asking where drinker is. That's the message I sent.
Go ahead.
We'll see. We'll see if drinker shows up. Meanwhile, we're drinkers. Okay, we're drinking this grapefruit. Beer. B-I-E-R.
Yeah.
German quality. I'm surprised that I actually am enjoying this. I thought I was scared by the look of this. I have to be honest, but
I'm scared to ask what he's going to rate this one.
It's not bad so far. I like it so far. I thought I would not, but it's pretty good.
Give me another one.
Oh, you're ready for another, huh? Okay. Here we go. Okay, let's pour Uncle's shot glass.
My Trump glasses.
Let's this shot glass, which should be etched, that says Uncle the Podcast.
Well, when you ever make them,
it should be engraved, and not only should it say Uncle the Podcast, I think also engraved down there, it needs to say live on Ochelli.com Friday night, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. Am I getting this right? And then also it should be like, don't forget to also listen to our special live streams on Saturdays. We do.
You can put that all on that.
I know it's going to say all this verbatim. Even the little back and forth.
I think it should say drop glass on there.
Absolutely.
Uncle the drop glass. It should have drop glass on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm thinking it.
That would be funny.
Instead of Uncle the Pop.
Personally,
otherwise, people will mistake it for a shot glass if it doesn't say drop glass on it. They'll make they'll mistake it.
That would be bad.
They won't understand what it really is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Everything needs to be named.
What?
Hey,
Jimmy?
Before all these headlines, like 2 months ago, I seen two of those things floating over my town, and I didn't even think about it. 'Cause 2 months ago, no one was even talking about this stuff. I just thought
next week, Jimmy. Next week, Jimmy.
What's he talking about?
No.
Oh, the
UFOs, man.
Oh. Yeah,
you got to wait till next week, Jimmy. Jimmy, you got to wait till next week, man.
Wait till next week.
Do you have any
Mrs.
idea?
Sidekick will come on and explain it all for us next week.
She will.
We're going to push her to do that. A personal personal session that I'm going to have her on, and she'll explain it. I'll sit back.
That's what I'm saying, because we're all anxious out here about this, and we need somebody that has a beam on this to explain it for us, man.
Correct.
We're not getting anything from the media. They're trying to tell us it's just drones. How do we know it's drones?
The media is shutting it down. The media.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Down. They're not even saying anything.
Exactly, and Mrs. Sidekick needs to let us know what the hell's really going on here.
Yes.
That's your job.
I know. I got
next podcast.
I got to convince her.
Convince her to get on.
You got to tell her that the public is demanding her. We need to know. We need her help.
I will. On this. I'll let her know how dire this is. How important.
Yeah.
I will.
Uncle's audience is just craving an answer for this.
They are.
I bet you if she got on it, let's just say, sort of next Friday, let's say, and started talking about it, they'll all be on.
Aaron, you must not have gone.
Chuck will have them phones ringing.
Uh-huh.
I bet he would have them phones ringing left and right.
Well,
next week or day after tomorrow. You guys coming on Friday?
Yeah. I haven't figured that out yet.
Day after tomorrow, man, and not even next week. It's just day after tomorrow.
Yeah, it's true.
Or 2 days, 3 days, whatever it is. I don't even know what time it is. I must be in a Mandela effect of my own here. But
wait a minute.
I'm going to try to do something.
This is only Wednesday.
Yeah, the first is on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
They'd be on the third again. Yeah. If that's what you guys want to do. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
We shall see. I think we should go back to Jimmy. Jimmy says he's seen one of these. Jimmy, can you describe what you saw? I want to know, what did you see?
What do you see?
What was your experience?
All right. This is what I see. Now, this was about 2 months ago in November, and it was right before the snow hit. And I was going down the road, and I seen what looked like two half saucers floating one over the other, and they were kind of low. So I thought it was just the drones, the cops or something, and just went on my way. Didn't even think twice about it. And then after a month later, now everyone's talking about them and stuff, so I'm thinking, well, I guess I should have paid more attention to them things.
They were just flying over your place on the way to New Jersey, man.
Yeah, that's probably
No, they weren't over my place.
Creative
They
accidents.
were floating over the town.
A verbal request from Creative Accidents. A verbal request for Creative Accidents. Whose dog is this that you're posting? Sorry, I wanted to get that question in from a silent listener.
The dog that I'm posting?
No, Creative Accidents. I tried to get it out. Creative Accidents posted a picture of a dog. And they're asking me to have him explain what that is about. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, no, there's a picture of a dog in the chat room.
Oh, in the Ocelli chat. Okay. Let's see here. Pull up the Ocelli chat. So
Put the Ocelli chat up. Let's see what it looks like.
There's the Ocelli chat.
He also posted that Rocky mock-up.
His dog Puccini, he says. Puccini.
Oh, okay, Puccini.
Oh,
there we go.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah, well, my dog's better.
What?
There we go.
My dog's better.
If you say so.
Puccini.
Puccini. Sounds like fettuccine.
I say so. My dog's cool. Hey, he's turning 10 too. He's a beaster. He's a Easter Beagle. He's 4. So when Easter comes, he'll be 10.
Cool. My dog looks like a beagle, but is a mighty mini mutt, in fact. So that's what I've named. That's what I've named the weird breed across. Well, that's what I've named the weird breed. Good.
I was just going to say, my dog's a Brendel Pit Bull. I just call him an Easter Beagle because that's when he was born.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. But my pup Buster is a cross between a Chiweenie and a mini what do they call mini German pinscher and a Chihuahua. So this weird mix is a nice, compact little dog, and I really think the breed should be named after me. At one time, we had 20 of them in the house.
Oh, God.
And, yeah.
The Ocelli pincher.
I think so.
Ocelli pinchers, man.
Either
those are the kids of Napoleon?
Or the Ocelli Hound, yes.
Hey, Chuck, is that...
The children of Napoleon and Lucy. Correct.
Oof.
20
well,
Uncle.
This we're still drinking the grapefruit beer. How you need another shot of the grapefruit beer, Uncle? I'm gonna give you another shot of grapefruit beer. Now I hope you're thinking real hard about what you're gonna rate this.
I already got it then in my head.
Okay, well that's good. So you're gonna be ready. We're clearing this bottle pretty good. I think we're gonna finish it soon, and I'm debating. I'm having an inner monologue in my own head about whether we should open the Four Loko. I'm really leaning heavily toward yes. Yes, we should open it.
Might be time for the tequila, Aaron. Might be time to get the tequila out, man.
There is a tequila.
I do have tequila.
Oh, no.
But I don't know. That Four Loko, it calls to me. I hear it.
I tell you ever tasted Coloco? Ed? You ever tasted it?
I have no idea what that even is. Is that beer?
No, that's a
Mexican beer or something?
Mexican drink.
Oh, all right. Well, you know what? I think I would want some tequila to chase it with, maybe. Because I don't know what that Loco, Low Loco, whatever that is. I have no
Four
idea.
Locos.
That's new to me.
Four Locos.
Four Locos. So it's just some kind of Mexican drink. We don't really know what it is.
I don't think it's
we know that it was made by
Wine Boy
some
does.
kind of beer.
Wine Boy does, yeah.
Hey, Caddy. Creative Accidents is calling for Caddy from Texas to call in and rate her Pilsner. I can't even read this. Premium Pills? I don't know what it is. It's odd. It's an odd beer.
CA is always trying to get Katie to call in. She's never going to call in.
Well, she has.
What's she waiting on?
But she has.
I put
before.
in the chat that Uncle doesn't bite. She could call in. Uncle's not going to bite or anything. He'll talk to her. He likes to have a good conversation.
Oh, and he loves talking to ladies. Yeah, definitely. We definitely have
Just
her on.
call in, man.
Get into the cool. Get into the cool.
Lines are open. I couldn't stop you if I wanted to.
I thought people in Texas are like bold and get out there, man. What's the matter with these Texans that are scared to call in? What's going on here?
Calling them out, punking
Come on, Texans.
Calling out Texas and punking them. Uh-oh.
Come on, Texans, call in.
We're about to lose 20 more listeners on the Ocelli.radio stream.
Everybody just hung up in Texas, man. Texas.
After the last
Texas
Exodus,
just dropped off the call.
After the last Exodus, we have literally less than 10 listeners on Ocelli.com right now.
Well, we're still calling Texas out, man. Come on, call in, Texas.
They have
Texas
dropped
folks.
to almost nothing, and the broadcast is functioning.
Yeah, everything looks fine to us here.
Something's going on.
Something went wrong. But it's not a technical error this time. See? Look.
It doesn't appear to be. Man, all I got to say, the only thing I know for certain is, man, they know how to party in Manhattan. Look at them there in Times Square.
A technical error this time. See? Look.
Hey, I thought that was a 24-hour city. Where'd they all go, man?
I
thought it just goes around the clock in New York.
I think they're mostly in their homes fearful for their lives, Ed.
From those UFOs that are going around over there?
Well, that doesn't help things. That adds to it. Mars attacking, yes.
Well, if nobody's,
I don't know, man.
If nobody's going to break Curtis Lewa's hip, I don't think New York is nowhere near as dangerous as it was in the late 70s. Nowhere near.
Statistically, it is.
No, it's not. Look it up again. It's really not.
Chuck, the thing is, no one's reporting their actual statistics is one problem.
Yeah, that's one problem, but they never did. I'm telling you that the body drop rate that I saw with my own eyes as a kid, doing what I was told to do, and running business for my stepfather, etc., being a lookout, that kind of thing. I did that, 125th Street area, right? So, believe me, it is not the killing floor that it was.
Well,
a lot of people forget.
Like the current president of the Teamsters, you won't believe this. But remember when that guy got whacked in the barber chair in the 80s?
Which one?
Sweeney Todd.
No, not Sweeney Todd.
Wow, are you crazy?
No, that's what we're talking about, right?
I'm pretty sure he's talking about Albert Anastasia.
No, that's he was head of, you know what I'm talking.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're talking about Albert Anastasia, but I need more information.
Yeah. Anastasia, okay.
Mm-hmm.
This guy that's the head of the Teamsters was there shining that guy's shoes when he got whacked. And they just told the kid, you didn't see nothing. And he didn't.
Yeah.
They're all long gone.
And the business next door was told to ignore the fact that a bullet came through their wall that day and actually struck somebody. That was taken care of very quietly, even though it wasn't a bullet that killed Anastasia. You know that too, right?
Oh, did they struck, didn't they?
Yeah, there's a lot of deep, dark secrets, and frankly, the FBI... No, not that. But there was a lot of things that the FBI was doing and was not doing in the 80s and 70s that would amaze you. If you think it's a corrupt organization today, Whitey Bulger wasn't the only one, baby.
I was going to say, Whitey Bulger, he was a pretty bad one. I mean, that guy dropped more dimes than freaking the March of Dimes.
Yeah, but he wasn't the only one. The Irish gangsters were outmatched.
I wonder.
They were outnumbered so badly. Well, they were being outmanned so badly they had to turn and go, you know what? I'm going to start giving information on my enemies, and I'll let the government try and get them.
It's one of the
He can't
Weasley.
be the only one, though.
No, not at all. He was not the only one, but he had that special relationship with an FBI guy that protected him, even though he knew he was doing it. You know, and they paid him, and
he's in prison.
Yeah, now, but they paid him too. That's the other thing. He was getting paid to eliminate his business rivals and take over the south side of Boston, and he got away with it for many years.
Yeah, 20 years. And wasn't his... And Bulger was mostly just dropping dimes on the five families, coincidentally.
Well, more specifically, some of the underlings of those five families that were pretty close and tight that were just happened to be in Boston. You know, in that area. Massachusetts, I mean to say, not Boston specifically, but Massachusetts pretty much, you know, eviscerated them.
Hey, Whitey Bulger, what happened to the state line mob? I mean, was it all the snitching by those guys that just destroyed them? They all went to prison, or what?
It's not really publicly known. There was several confidential informants that handed them stuff like as if they were FBI agents themselves, you know. They didn't just go in and go, I'll tell you what I know. They came in with records, paperwork, pictures. It was like they were private eyes because they were pissed they weren't getting their fair cut of things. So that's why I love the Massachusetts Mafia stuff. It's hilarious. It's like, guys, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use the FBI against you. I mean, that's just
we finished Schoferhofer. Gone.
You finished it.
Schoferhofer is gone.
Well, the show
That's
is
how good this was.
You know, the show is going to be gone pretty soon because, believe it or not,
you guys better rate it, man.
You know, we got a few things going on here we got to get to, but it's already about 20 minutes after the hour or so. In about 40, we're going to say Happy New Year to Aaron and everybody on the left coast.
Got fast.
That's true.
See how fast the times goes?
So says
well,
you.
Everybody.
It's 11:20.
Oh, what?
Well, no, where I'm sitting.
Hey, you guys, I gotta go. I gotta go, so I'm gonna say goodnight because I gotta go secure my stuff and get on the road.
Right, it's 2:20.
Yeah, I'll have to listen to the replay for the end.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in and leave an hour early. And, I'll be driving, so I won't be able to listen, but I'll catch up whatever
Put the number on it.
You know.
Well, Ed, I want to thank you for the interesting packages that get delivered once in a while, your participation, your word of mouth spreading of the Uncle and Aaron show, especially. I want to thank you for all the support you've given Aaron and me over the years.
Well, I appreciate what you guys do because you bring some really good media to us all. I consider it such. It may be homegrown. It may not always be perfect tech, but it's the best. Everything you guys do. And I'm sure glad you're feeling a little better, man.
Well, I'm able to sit up for enough time. But look, we appreciate you, and that's why I believe Aaron would agree with me and Uncle would agree with me. We do things a little different because it's our honest presentation. It's not bought and paid for. It's not somebody.
It is.
Yeah, it's not somebody slipping $100,000. You know, $100,000, do a podcast. Who are you? No, it's not that.
Yeah,
you know?
No.
It's just us.
No, man, it's
wits. Yep.
Homegrown, real stuff, man. And I love all you guys. And I'm going to head home, and I'll catch the end of this on the replay when it comes up.
All right, stay
so
squirrely.
You guys rock the new year on in.
You got it. Stay squirrely.
I'm going to give you my prediction.
Okay.
Oh.
Did I give my prediction early?
Yeah, you know what? You can do that. You can do that, but I want to give you my final sentiment here. Stay squirrely, Eddie.
Oh, I will always be squirrely.
I know.
Hell yeah.
Stay squirrely.
And I'm gonna predict that the Dodgers repeat World Series champs.
Ooh.
How about that? Out on a limb, but that's it.
You're going out too far. Just hold on a minute here. I think you're pushing it too far there, Eddie boy.
It's too far, huh?
It's too early to say.
Well, hey, why not?
No, I'm calling it right now. You just remember I called it on Revolution when they win the World Series next year.
History favors the
I got to
bold.
go in, got to change clothes, got to get home. And I'll hopefully maybe hear you guys Friday, or otherwise a week from Friday, or whenever.
All right.
We'll definitely have Mrs. Sidekick on it.
It might be good.
Yeah, that's what you got to work on. That's it.
Yeah. It might be
that's
good.
my request. We want to hear her theory.
Right. It might be a good time to give
Mountain.
You'll be surprised. Let me put it this way: you'll all be surprised what she says.
Surprise!
It might be a good time.
I believe it. And Aaron needs to give us a report from his walk up Goat Mountain.
Yes.
So we need a report on that next week.
I'm going to have to put that video together. I have the video. I just have to edit it. So, yeah, I'm glad that you're interested, Ed.
Can't wait, man.
I'll do that now, man. Yeah,
definitely.
Thank you so much for everything. It's great to have you over these years.
Yeah. Hey, you got to get a mailbox. I'm giving you another New Year's revolution. Get a mailbox for us.
That's true.
Because I miss those letters. I've been yelling at you to get that.
I know. I need to get one. I do.
Start pushing yourself.
I got mail.
Yes, get mail. Get mail.
I'm pushing myself. All right, Ed. Well, have a good night, man. It's
all right, man.
Great to have you.
Yeah, I'll see you guys. Talk to you guys soon, I hope. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, see you, man. Oh, and look at this.
Just good you're not pulling yourself.
It looks like Side Woman Kick is in the chat asking what the question is. She's heard. She heard us talking.
We want to hear next week. You're the position of the
orbs.
The orbs.
The
boy, my listeners are asking for that for you for next.
They need a detailed rundown. They need to know what these orbs are. They need to know what they want.
They
need to know the whole story of the orbs.
They need to know whether it is E.T. trying to phone home or Carol Ann is going into the light. Mrs. Sidekick.
That's right. So that's the breakdown of the question there. So if you want to answer that in the chat here, you can. Otherwise, you might have to be a guest. You might have to be a guest on the show to explain all this. That's what the people are asking for. So
and if
that's
especially Ed.
And if you want, I'll even have you as a guest on my show when I get my scheduling in order. Because if you want to do my show instead of Mr. Sidekick's show.
I like that idea. I like that idea better. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of her going on your show, Chuck. So I'll try to convince her of that.
Up to her.
We'll see.
Totally up to her. And I'm not tipping no boats. She's got to go on with somebody. Let's get it done.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see.
I've been doing research. Because of the women gap issue.
I am afraid.
The women gap issue here.
Yes, I am afraid.
And no. I look for what
I'm hiding sharp
what they
influence.
would call chick flicks.
Yes,
chick
indeed.
Flicks.
Yes,
so
indeed.
I looked for the biggest chick podcast I could find, so I could listen and try to help understand how the women think.
Ooh.
Oh gosh!
They're from Venus. They're from Venus. We're from Mars. Let's get a Mars.
That was the recent. That was our most recent VHS watch party, by the way, Chuck. I don't know if you knew that, but Uncle and I watched the Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus VHS tape.
I did not know that.
The last Saturday, the last time we did one.
It was that. Yeah, we watched that tape.
I was so sick. I probably would have taken a bite out of a VHS tape that day. So go ahead.
But yeah, anyway, Jimmy, what do they want? What do we need to do to get more female listeners?
School us, sir.
Okay, this is what I discovered that the podcast known as The Office Ladies is the biggest equivalent of a chick flick of your popular podcasts. And it's the women who were actually on The Office, Angela, and the one that played the main chick that dated Jim.
Okay, but it's not just a simple knockoff of The View, right?
No. What these ladies do is just talk about actual episodes of The Office and have like a view party and give behind-the-scenes stuff. And they just talk to each other about, chick stuff. Like,
yeah, kind of like what Mike and Kind of like what Mike and
I just can't describe it.
Yeah, kind of like what Michael Imperioli and Steve Sciarippa did with Talking Sopranos, but for The Office, right?
But this is totally chick-slanted. I mean, they'll just go off on a tangent talking about a purse, this, that, and the other thing.
Well, there you go.
I'm telling you, you got to listen to these episodes. I mean, if that's the way you want to go.
Okay,
I don't know how to describe that.
No.
It's not exactly what I call linear thinking.
No.
I don't know, just what I observed.
Even before the modern age of chemical castration of seemingly every male on the planet, even before that, that was always a weird thing. You could never really follow their logic. And I'm going to leave it
Venus,
at that.
Mars. Hey, look, I'm throwing logic to the wayside because what I'm about to do is crack open this Four Loko.
Four Loko.
But, Uncle, before we do that, we have to set aside our previous drink, and we have to rate Schofferhofer Grapefruit Hefeweizen beer German quality.
We're going crazy with all this drink.
I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It was better than I thought it would be. Somehow I got a 7 out of 10. I'm surprised it did. What do you say, Uncle?
The same.
7 out of 10? Schofferhofer?
It's not over that top. It didn't have the taste.
It didn't have the taste.
So I had to cut it out that.
It looks like somebody in the chat who I think is still Sidewoman Kick is saying that the aliens are here. So that's a little.
They are here.
That's a little preview of the show if it happens. But anyway, enough of that talk. Let's open up this Four Loko. Enough of this. If we're gonna be loco talking about aliens are here among us, let's drink a Four Loko.
Yeah, Four Loko.
This is Sour Galactic Punch by Four Loko, 13.9% alcohol by volume. It's not from Mexico, by the way. It's saying something about Latrobe, PA, and something about Memphis, Tennessee on the back.
Tennessee? Ooh.
I don't know if this is brewed in the same place as Rolling Rock. Latrobe, like the same brewery that does that. That's Latrobe, Pennsylvania. So whatever, I don't care. I just want to drink this crazy thing. So we're gonna drink some. Here, let me see your shot glass real quick, Uncle. And we're gonna be celebrating our New Year's with this.
How many minutes?
Oh, look out! Hold on. A little wackadoodle with this.
What's this?
It's okay. We're good.
He said whack.
I said, oh, this is not as bright as the Jungle Juice was bright red.
Yeah,
remember that?
This isn't. This
is a very different color.
It's a different color, son.
This is just a light pink.
Light pink.
I think the grapefruit.
Jungle Juice. Oh. All right.
Yeah, Jungle Juice.
Sour Galactic Punch. I think Bumwine Bob told me that what he believes this to be is a continuation of the Warheads flavor, but he's not sure if it's exactly like the Warheads flavor was.
Warhead?
He thinks maybe. But let's taste it.
We're tasting it.
Sour Galactic Punch. Let's see.
From the Candyland of beers.
Oh, it is definitely sweet. Oh man, do you taste that, Uncle? It's sour. It's sweet.
A sour drink. It's what it is. A sour drink. Plain period.
Sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour.
Pork.
It's that kind of drink.
It's I have to say, sweet drinks usually rub me the wrong way. They really do. Usually I want to turn my head and run.
Yeah.
There's something about Four Lokos.
It does not.
That I like, that they taste good to me, that it's like, yes, this is, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it.
Something in the drink itself. It's got to be something.
It's got to be the Loco. It's got to be the Loco part of it.
Stuff.
Something to do with the Loco. Creative Accidents is there. I believe Sidewoman Kick is there saying Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope.
New Year.
I want to ask her, like, are you going to be home soon? But
why are you asking that question?
I don't know.
She's probably loaded down anyway with some drinks anyway.
She's doing just fine, I'm sure. I hope you're enjoying the New Year over there.
Is that going to be happy? Is that going to be a happy homecoming, Mr. Sidekick? Is that what happens when she's out late?
I think everybody's going to be in the holiday spirit.
All righty.
I think everybody's going to be very happy. I'm going to have my Four Loko in me.
That is the first time I've heard a no Viagra required activity described as happy holidays. Lovely.
Everybody's going to be happy.
I like this drink.
You like this one, Uncle?
Well, Robin Williams would always tell you about a guy named Mr. Happy.
Mr.
But, I like
Uncle, what would you say about the taste of this?
I'm tasting I could say one thing.
Yeah.
It tastes much better than that other one.
Than the Schofferhofer?
Tofferhofer.
This is better than
It's
Schofferhofer?
it's going to be a mile higher score.
It's going up there. It's a similar color. It's a fruit thing like that was. It's higher alcohol content. Are you feeling this, Uncle? I feel like it works quick.
I'm starting to.
You feel it, right?
That's what's so interesting in this drink.
It interests us.
These kind of drinks, these locos, get you in a position to have the last hour of this show go, happy, good job,
It really sets the mood, is what it does.
Mood.
That's why I knew I had to open it tonight. I knew the revolution. I had to open up the Four Loko. I had to do it. So
I understand why.
Bumline Bob isn't going to get mad at me. I guarantee it.
Bumline Bob probably loaded down.
He's happy for us.
He's happy to having done this, but he couldn't get in touch with us to do this revolution this year. This coming.
Well, I was in touch with him, but it was a little touch and go, and we didn't know what we. Heck, I wasn't even sure we were going to do this until like yesterday. Anyway, again,
whoa.
Chuck is here, and just the fact that he's here is amazing.
I'm surprised.
We have to remember that.
I'm really surprised. As much as he talked.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, a man that had an ill like that.
Yeah.
Really got ill and couldn't do nothing. And then this came out, heck with it, and I'll come out to the revolution to talk. And he has. What surprised me about all that.
It's a surprise. It's a surprise, Chuck. You blew us away. We're happy. We hope that you get better.
Yeah,
we want you to get better as soon as possible.
Thank you, guys.
So we hope things.
I appreciate it because I'm only partially mended here. But a few days ago, honestly, I didn't feel like I could function, but I was determined. And I've done my best here to contribute and make this the fun thing that it always is every year. So trying to have fun with you guys. And you guys deserve to have me here. I wish I had another trained producer. I tried to recruit producers before.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's crazy. It never works out. Oh man, Uncle. It's the same thing across the board. It's just hard to find anybody who will just keep doing things. Honestly, it's
first you got to teach them. Yeah, you got to teach them a whole skill set, and people think they're interested in it until they find out that some of it's just very boring and touchy, and you got to just deal with certain things. Like a lot of people use these podcast apps and stuff to simplify making their podcasts, but the way that my situation is constructed, you actually have to do most of the work. You can't just, press a button. Okay, it's a podcast, which you can do with a lot of services that you got to pay every month. So I do something that if Aaron wanted to do this exact same thing the same way, he would have, no on-air mic guy unless they create an AI to show up on you every once in a while. Hello, Aaron. This is AI assistant producer.
It's coming. Just give it a couple of weeks. It'll be here.
It's coming. But the truth is, the way I do it is piece by piece, and every single thing must be dealt with. So if I don't hit record, if I don't hit broadcast, if I don't have the right codes, if I don't have the proper setup, you get nothing. So that's it. It's a particular skill set, and people used to really strive to learn it.
But now it's like, why should I do that? I can pay somebody $30 a month.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Or you could go with the cheap, Blog Talk Radio still exists.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I haven't listened to one of those shows in the longest time. I didn't realize it was still up.
Yeah, it's a wild idea, but that was the first time that they automated stuff so that it was pretty simple. If you were capable of learning a video game, you could do Blog Talk Radio. I mean, everything's all choppy and chunky and crappy, but it worked. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're still using that very same technology. It's like 20-year-old technology.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
And the stuff that I use is literally what technical engineers use for, big radio stations, multi-syndication and all that. I'm capable of all that. If I needed to plug into Fox News tomorrow because we have an assignment, I can do it.
That's cool.
Directly into their media center remotely.
That's cool.
Well, that's my new goal, Chuck. I'm going to try to get Fox News to cover something and make you work with them.
Well,
That's my goal in life.
I'll give you the phone numbers, but I don't think I'm very popular over there. There used to be a guy working for Don Lemon. I
won't be mentioning you.
Yeah, but there used to be a guy. Keep me up on it. But there used to be a guy working for Don Lemon. And we had actual listeners at CNN in New York and Atlanta all the time because of this weird thing that would go on. And they literally would script crap off of Lemon. They would give him weird stuff to say that echoed part of what I covered. It might not be the same sentiment, but he would literally use some of the same words an hour after I uttered them.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, MSNBC does that to you too, Chuck.
Mm-mm.
I know that because I said a weird word just for funsies. I used this word quisling. And all of a sudden the next week, Chuck, I swear to God, 3-4 people on MSNBC were using that word.
Well,
Well, that's bizarre.
I never saw that, but I did literally see, and after I did a secret campaign to get Jefferson Morley to be a guest on CNN, because when they were dropping those files in 2017 and not giving all of them to us, I said, stop pulling out, Posner and old clips of Vince Bugliosi. Let's, get real people. Get Jeff Morley in there. You want to talk about the CIA and their links with the Kennedy assassination investigations. And it took a campaign of probably 500 people that somehow I was able to marshal together to bang CNN with contact. And he was on the air 2 days later.
Wow.
It works. I've been
I
able
remember
to do stuff.
watching that. I seen that clip of Morley on, what was he, on Tucker?
No, Tucker Carlson was not at CNN at the time.
Oh, yeah.
He went on with one of the ladies. It might have been Brianna, whatever her name is. Or, what is that woman's name? She had a baby, like, a couple years ago.
Brandon, the last one.
Something. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, the basically main chick that's kind of in between Wolf and then the other stuff.
Well, really, honestly, she's the most honest looking. Like, I didn't go get plastic surgery. I'm just kind of pretty, woman on there. And she's just regular girl the way I see her, But she's married to a guy in the military. So she's, kind of conservative in her viewpoints and things, and is all very much about flag waving. And she's on CNN. And she's still there. They tried to make her a main host, but it didn't work out too well. People didn't want to see her that often.
Who's that you're talking about, Chuck?
This woman that's on CNN. But anyway, the reason why I bring her up is because when they got rid of Don Lemon, some of his staff was reassigned to her. And we kept those listeners briefly. But, that they would literally have phrases and discussions, even if they twisted them around in the other direction. You could hear my words coming out of Don Lemon's mouth, literally, an hour or two later. It was hilarious.
This is from the Ocelli Effect content, you're saying?
Ocelli Effect content, a couple of times off of guest spots I did. Literally, like, they turn around and go, oh, debunk this argument, an argument that I made 2 hours earlier. You know, they would ask their expert guest, you know, Gerald Posner or somebody like that, to debunk this silliness, you know. And it would be something that I said, I mean, verbatim. You know, wow. And they did it on news events too. When I did some of my news shows, it was like, here's some of the bad ideas about this out on the internet. Never naming me, but literally using the same phrase. The same.
That's called exposure. That's exposure.
Well, you would think exposure. So, but it's never tied back to me, so it does me no good.
Oh, yeah.
But I pointed it out. I actually did it live on one of the call-in shows one night. I went and I was looking at the closed captioning on CNN on their feed, and I saw part of one of my phrases come up before a commercial break. So I don't remember what show it was, but it's telling you, one of the 2017 shows, I pulled it up and played it on my show. 30 seconds. And I was just like, you see, I'm telling you, Don Lemon's staff is listening to me. And I could see
that's
him.
Cool.
I could see him on the street.
The only person I ever could get listen to me is Mark Dice. I feel like chopped liver over here, Chuck. Unless I just don't listen to enough media and don't realize all the people that are ripping me off, which is probably more than I realize.
Mark Dice is impressive to me because that's a really interesting dude. I mean, you know, again, the false claim that Roger Stone made that he listened to me, he never listened to me, but he had somebody analyze me.
Oh, yeah. Well, he has all the technology that does that for him.
Well, and also plenty of people who are eager to work for free, you know.
Mm-hmm. That too.
Just to be in his orbit as the scoundrel he is. So, you know, that's what he does. Anyway, guys, let's see what time it is. Good Lord.
We're coming up on a quarter of an hour before our New Year.
Right. And that means after that, what are we going to do? Shout outs and close it out for this year.
That's right.
And I made it through.
It'll be over.
And I made it through.
New Year for everybody.
Do you have a decision as to whether you want to go live on Friday, though, or not?
To him.
If you can't make it, Chuck, then it's no big deal.
So if you can't make it.
Well, look, it depends on this. It depends on this in my mind, Aaron, just so you know. If you say yes and we're doing it, then I will do my show. If you don't want to do it, I will still stay on break, and I will begin to organize a very new future for what it is I do. I'm going to change up, and people are going to be a little surprised, maybe a little annoyed. But you know what?
Well, that's what they give them for the new year. You have to give them something.
They're going to get something new on this show. Hey, I like the sound of that, Chuck. I welcome something new. I really do.
Something different.
Something, yeah. Well, for people like you and me, Aaron, we're going through a time of stagnation where things are stuck in particular tracks, and yes, it's one of the worst things in the world. It's even worse than when things are going badly. And yes, stagnation is like stagflation, living through that time period, which I don't think you did, but living through that time period and watching the weirdness that went on, and with the death of Jimmy Carter, you know, the Democratic interrupter. Because if you think about it, from 1968 to 1989 or 88, guess what? They were all Republicans elected in there until Bill Clinton broke the chain. And the thing is, Jimmy Carter's the only interruption. And no matter what people say about him, and, you know, Council on Foreign Relations and whatever else, you know, the man died recently. You got to give him respect for trying to do what he thought was right. Bringing Stansfield Turner into the CIA, almost like acting like you're in charge for a minute there, Mr. Carter. Bad idea. But with honest intent. Bad idea. Well, because Stansfield Turner, nobody wanted any part of anybody who wasn't, you know, established in the CIA already. They didn't want no outsider coming in. Oh, I'm going to come in here and tell you how to do stuff. Hell, you will. And 4 years of resistance happened with the CIA, where stagnation occurred during stagflation. So there's your history lesson according to Ocelli for tonight. And I'm sweaty and really exhausted, so I'm looking forward to the conclusion of this show, but
I hope everybody is happy that we resumed live broadcast with this. And it's going to be a hell of a year. Hopefully, Aaron, you and I will still be talking at the end of it.
Yeah. I think that there's going to be a lot to talk about. And honestly, part of my resolution, Chuck, is to do what I'm supposed to do as a good media creator and always brag about how I'm right all the time. I'm not going to go that far and say I'm right all the time, but I am going to point out things that I have gotten right, because there's a few things that I think I'm not exactly one for breaking stories, but what I think I do is talk about topics that nobody else notices.
Right.
I do believe that I do that, and I do it pretty good, and I'm going to start patting myself on the back, because I think I tend to self-deprecation more than I do whatever the opposite is. I don't even know what the opposite is.
I got you. You deserve.
You know what I mean?
You deserve credit for being true to yourself, no matter what shifted around you, and that's something that I'll always respect about you, no matter how our relationship goes, and it has gone on for a while here. Truth is, I'm proud to have worked with you, proud to have worked with Uncle, and really grateful for the past. And still, one of the few reasons I look forward to the future is that we still got some more work to do, my brother.
Likewise. Yeah, the Ocelli Radio Network is awesome, man, because this is the only one I can think of. And you're the only other person I can think of, honestly, that's out there that makes things like without an agenda. And it's like, yeah, we're trying to figure out the truth, whatever that means, whatever clunkiness comes with that. But yeah, I know. It's just I don't think anybody really even does that.
Can I ask one question?
What's up, Uncle?
Let's just get the neighbors into the conversation.
Oh, that might.
Let's get our neighbors.
Move. Yeah.
No, neighbors to have to try to get to talk.
Oh, you're talking about our neighbors with the millions of followers?
I'm telling you.
They have a big following.
If we can get those people to push us to come to our system here, we really will be pushing it.
Well,
it would be a big boost. Yeah.
Uncle's right.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
Might even help you, Chuck.
Well, Uncle's right about this, but what we also need is, and they're so hard to find, just a handful, a couple of hosts, 2, 3 hosts that are doing something honest and different.
Right. And I believe I would like to understand what his broadcast is about.
The neighbor?
Yes, because I don't really know.
I still don't know anything about it, actually.
I could send you the info, Chuck, if you want to know who they are. I don't want to even mention who it is on here. Like, I know Creative Accidents knows who it is, because I mentioned like a couple details of it on the show once, and he looked it up. Nobody else did, but he did.
Besides that,
but anyway,
he's a hound when it comes to searching down, material or stuff. He's great at that. So I'd love to get a Creative Accidents show on here.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
This is a question I've been asking a long time ago, and you all know about it, Chuck. Is when is he going to talk?
Here we go. I knew it was going to come. I didn't even mention it because he mentioned it in the chat room earlier.
When's he gonna talk on the show on this here? I've been waiting.
I think this year might be the year we get the Creative Accidents voice, but I'm willing to go this far. I will make the Creative Accidents radio show if he wants to do it.
Yeah.
I will produce it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And I have produced.
This would be something new and an experience.
Do you want to bring forth?
And do
you want to bring forth the return of the Jimmy James gang?
Yeah. Jimmy James gang.
Well, Jimmy James show.
I tried to contact your fan club recently, Jimmy. Before I went downhill. Yeah. Jimmy James has a fan club. Did you know that, Uncle?
No, I knew about that. I knew. You didn't know, Uncle? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and there's even a really tough to get into Facebook group, which has a completely nonsensical name. I can't even remember it off the top of my head. That is the Jimmy James fan club.
I don't know how many members they have. They won't let me in.
My God, they're probably plotting on me.
I don't know what they're doing.
It's exclusive.
But every once in a while, I get a contact.
Well, that's your aim for this year there, Fonz.
My aim?
Trying to
I would like to do like
to help us to
a very
have a conversation. At least a conversation.
I'll pay for headshot photos, small ones. I'll pay for headshot photos that you could sign for every one of those people if they'll just let me in. However many there are. If you let me into the Jimmy James fan club, I'll get you signed photos from Jimmy James. You'd be willing to sign a stack of photos for me, wouldn't you, Jimmy?
Yeah, as long as I get cut.
I'm not selling them. I'm saying I'll provide them to them as the founding members of your fan club.
Oh, I don't know. I would need to do more research on this club.
No problem. Look, you know what? If you want to be paid, you can get paid for them, okay? A couple bucks a signature.
No.
I don't
There's
care.
No
it's your money. It's your
Unless
money.
it gets into the millions, which I can't imagine.
No, well, we ain't going there. Come on, I mean,
it's not making it.
I mean, if I'm down to 1,000 listeners, what do you at? You know what I mean? So, just saying. I don't think there's millions in it.
Yeah, but I don't have a show, Chuck. See, I propose I want to do a very special Jimmy James presentation concerning JFK, a serious 5-part deal.
Well, put together basically a proposal, and I will help to enact your vision. Not my vision about it, yours.
We'll see when I get my computer running again here, which I'm about to do. My thought was it pretty much could come to you complete, and I thought, well, we could listen to it and anyone else, and then everyone could give me their questions, comments, concerns, and critiques.
Hey, Jimmy,
and that would be the live part.
Okay.
Hey, Jimmy.
No problem.
You better believe him, because he's a very good listener.
So all you got to do, Jimmy, is just formalize it, write it down, so I can look at it and think about it and probably augment it. Say, look, if we do this or that, it'll make more sense. We'll make it more interactive, because I think that's what you need is an interactive audience that participates, right?
Well, definitely at the end. But I'd like to just have a part where a pre-recorded part, and then everyone afterwards could chime in.
Yeah, but
live and just say.
But if you give
what
me
they think.
Right, and if you give me your exact proposal, I'll show you what we can do to make it happen. It's just that simple.
I'll send you a pilot.
There you go. So look at it this way, folks. I'm willing to produce some new guys who need help pulling it together and don't want to pay some massive corporation a bunch of money, and then you wind up finding out that you don't really own your own podcast, okay? I own some control of distribution, but that's it. I don't take ownership of anybody's podcast. I just own enough of it to be able to help it be distributed wherever I can. That is the only thing that you give up with me. It's just a little bit of ownership. I can choose to distribute it. That's all.
Oh, you can keep it. It's all yours for perpetuity. I just mostly want input from the JFK community. I hope people will tune in and listen and just say what they think.
Well, I would advise you to take a look at Jeff Morley's JFK Facts podcast, because he does this with a special Zoom call, I think every week. And he does something very similar. Of course, you're going to be different than Morley, but just take a look at it and learn what's good and what's maybe not so good about what Jeff Morley's doing. You know what I mean?
Well, I just kind of want to do a 5 and done, and kind of like Paul Blau kind of took exactly my idea style.
Which, by the way, I was corrected at the conference this past year. It's Blow. Paul Blow.
Nice, huh?
Oh, is he related to Joe?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's his brother.
That's his bro. Bro of Joe Blow.
Except it's all Frenchified because it's BLEAU. Blow.
Yeah, blue.
Bleu.
Blue.
Sacre bleu.
That's just what Leno Staniki said it. I thought Leno Staniki has called them all blue.
Well, I got a bone to pick with. I got a serious bone to pick with Leno Sanik, by the way, because him and DiEugenio literally tried to get people to boycott the Lancer conference this year.
Oh, boycott the Lancer conference.
Yeah, I remember you telling about that. Next year we'll have a counterintelligence program in place to make sure that shenanigans don't happen again.
Well, I'll give you an inside scoop. They're definitely not going to happen again the same way because guess what? In 2025, I never thought that I would submit to this, but it's going to happen. I'm going to have a formal position with Lancer. So, guess who is dealing with counterintelligence?
Ooh, there we go. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
You?
A pro.
You?
Oh, yeah. So, it's going to be an interesting year for Lancer, I assure you.
Oh, boy.
Him?
Him.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said that. Hey, you're right.
I won't be a senior.
I knew it.
He knew it. He called it. But, I won't be a senior figure like Larry Hancock or anything, but
there's a little more left. Yes.
I'm going to earn what I get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what, guys? We are, let me see.
1 minute. 1 minute away from New Year's. And this is our New Year's.
To midnight.
Coming. 2 minutes. Wait a minute.
1 minute to midnight. Yeah. Coming right up there, Aaron. Are you ready for it?
We are ready.
I got the last drink of this.
The last bit of
Kakakalo, whatever it's called.
Exactly that.
And I'm about ready to hit it with the glass.
You got your toast ready. Toast ready?
We're about.
Yeah.
We are ready with our drinks. Here they are, and we have to rate this after the New Year.
Of course,
I got it rated.
Rate,
we got to rate this.
Yes, rate, shout-outs, and final jump-ins are about to happen, folks. So get ready out there.
Ready to go. I'm about ready.
It's exciting. We made it to another New Year.
And according
to the end of another.
According to my broadcast atomic.
It's New Year's.
It is New Year's on the left coast.
Yahoo! Yay! Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, everybody.
There we go. Oh, there it goes. There's the explosions. That's what we want. Hey.
How come we don't see it on the show?
See what? The explosions?
The screen's on here. On ours.
Why don't we see screens? I'm looking at. I have this whole screen right here.
No. I mean on live, like in New York.
Do you want to see New York? We can look at New York. Look, here's New York City right here.
Well, I know.
There's New York. There it is.
Talking about eyes. How come we don't see
Los Angeles?
Why don't we see? Why don't we? Oh, I could get a live camera from Los Angeles. I've got. All I've got is New Jersey.
Yeah.
The Jersey Shore.
We're looking for those.
Yeah, we're looking for orbs. I thought maybe we'd see orbs on these cameras, but we haven't seen any. I've been going to these cameras a lot tonight too. I've been going back and forth. There was a dove or a pigeon probably that flew in front of the New York one. Here's Asbury Park again. Nothing in the sky.
Probably a lot prettier in Asbury Park than it ever was when I was there, but hello.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm just excited.
Okay, now
we're in 2025.
I spent time homeless.
Oh.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Oh, I was just going to say, I heard that they're seeing the stuff more in the day than they are at night.
Well, and
that's what I would say. It's the opposite here.
I thought it was night, but I don't know.
It's the opposite here because we don't see anything in the daytime.
And still, the rather
especially
interesting,
those astronauts or whatever they're called up in the sky.
Right, and still the very interesting area in New Jersey, which contains an Army base, a Air Force base, and a Naval Air Base, all in close proximity to one another, is claiming, even though they are sensitive airspace, that they do not have these incidents, which is the most bizarre part of it. minor military bases.
Yeah,
all over
clearly.
the state,
I mean, it's been happening. It has been happening.
It's
People have been
crazy.
seeing things.
I bet you good money that it is coming right out of the air base where the Hindenburg crashed in Lakehurst.
They have officially denied that. Yes, the base they've denied that that's the case. But yeah, I mean they can deny it and it's still the truth. So you would assume that's what's going on.
They can officially deny the sun came out this morning. It doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Yeah. The thing that bothers me with this is like we're seeing all these things now at a time where drone technology is an actual thing for one, but also AI image chicanery is becoming so ubiquitous. So, both these things are big now, and now this is all of a sudden happening. It just makes it hard for me to jump on board with, it's aliens from Zeta Reticuli or something. Clearly that's what's happening.
All right.
But, that's me. I'm a stick in the mud. I'm no fun.
Okay, so one thing I have to say here, I got to make this announcement, guys. Unless we go to a break, we have lost phone calls.
Let's just take our thing and get this done. And
yeah, we can just close it out.
Close it out.
Close it on out? All right.
We've worked hard.
We worked hard enough that I figured. And rate this here drink.
Yeah, let's rate
this. So we've been drinking this thing.
Let's rate this.
I got it over the top.
Whoa. This is a 10 out of 10 for you?
Wow. Excellent drink.
So 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. What do you got?
Okay, so let's remember what this is. This is
we know what it is.
Four Loko Sour Galactic Punch.
I had to say it.
I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10?
Yes.
That delicious drink?
That delicious
You're
drink.
Crazy, dude.
I am crazy.
You are damn crazy.
I like it.
I went over the top with you. I'm still wondering if you ever get one like that in these country caclophios.
Well, I liked it, Uncle. I liked it. I just don't think it's a 10 out of 10. Actually, I thought the Jungle Juice Four Loko was better than this one. This one's good. Yeah, I love that Jungle Juice one.
Oh, well, yeah, that was a 10 out of 10 all the way.
That one I gave a really good rating to. I forget what. But 8 out of 10 for me for this. It's good. And the sour is nice. Somehow these drinks are sweet and they're not horrendous.
And the lighter the can, the sweeter the juice. All right.
That's right. And man, you can feel it. Let me tell you, I feel it now.
I feel it right now.
Make sure you drink your water, Uncle, okay?
It's gone. I drank.
Well, go get some more.
All right, I'll see you, and have a new year. Have a great new year, Chuck. And I'll say after you, have a nice year, and we are going to say the shout-outs for everybody. I hope everybody, this is mine.
Shout out to the world.
How's everybody have a good year this year? Whoever was also on this line.
There you go.
That's mine.
Happy New Year, everybody who came on the show tonight and who was listening.
Yeah, and who's listening.
We appreciate it.
Okay, I'm done.
Thank you. Okay, Uncle's signing off now. Uncle's signing off. He's heading out, but I'm still here for now. It's not going to be much longer.
He'll talk to you.
But I'm here. We did a fine show. And again, hats off to Chuck for being here.
That too.
You didn't have to do it, Chuck.
You didn't have to do it.
But you did because, again.
I felt like I needed to because it would have let the listeners down to break the tradition. And if I was even remotely physically capable of doing it, I felt it needed to be done. So whether I was wrong or right, guess what? We did it.
Yeah. And again, we hope you get better soon. And also, now that we're at the end, again, if anybody can, send a donation to Chuck and the network at Ocelli.com. Just send, even if it's like $1, right, Chuck? That's something. People think like, that doesn't do anything. Like, it does.
But that's the thing. If I got $1 from every listener, even at my lowest points in the past 5 years, I'd live a wholly better life. I could take care of a lot of things and keep this network, at the cutting edge of things sometimes instead of having to create solutions for myself. I could have bought a phone bank instead of paying a monthly service. I could have, done things like bought a broadcast facility so that we'd be available via satellite directly. But the money isn't there for it. I do what it is that they give us because we're listener supported for real. That's the only reason why it continues.
Yeah. So if you can, Ochelli.com, donate. I would highly encourage anybody that can, please do.
And Patreon for Ochelli is gone. It is only direct donations, and that's that. I wasn't going to squabble with them over Apple, and they wanted to change payment policies and overcharge people money that I would never see because Apple needs a bigger cut. So that's why there's no more Patreon, but I still have a PayPal button. And there's other ways to get in touch with me. I had a guy recently send me a solid silver U.S. Eagle 1 ounce coin in appreciation for my work. And I'm grateful to have received it.
Yeah, that's really cool, actually, the silver stuff.
Yeah, it was a silver eagle from like 2004 or something. But whatever it is.
That's cool.
Chunk of silver. 20 years old.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, those coins are awesome.
They sure are. And I love coins, by the way. I love dollar coins, to be honest with you. I love silver dollars. Real silver dollars.
I got a couple of numismatics. Those things are cool.
Yeah, they're great. They're great. And they don't lose value, really. They change with inflation and stuff, but they don't lose value. I really was hoping to make a deal with a silver person several times. I'd love to sell that stuff. And the closest I came was being welcomed into Wise Wolf, but, it just wasn't going to work out right for me. Because it would have been based on sales. It would have been irregular. It would have, there's another way to do things. And, I'm going to deal with things honestly and best I can. And no offense to Tony Arterburn. He's a great guy, produces a lot of stuff. More than happy to see Tony do well, which he has. As a broadcaster, as a gold and silver dealer. And I should be part of the Wolf Pack, but it just seemed like a lot of effort for me to not be able to work within certain confines, so I didn't do it. But I also turned away people that wanted to change the content or have some say over our content. That will never happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to find.
Yeah.
It's hard to find something like that. Yeah.
Especially in this age where people are fighting over pennies and trying to, get their YouTube videos to produce the 15 cents for every 10,000 listeners or whatever it is.
Yeah, I know. People think you make all this money on YouTube. It's just not the case.
Well, you can if every one of your videos, hooks 500,000 views somehow, then great. You will make money if they don't disapprove of you.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Aaron, I guess it's closeout time, right?
Yeah. Is Jimmy still there? We still got him?
No, we lost the phone lines, remember?
Okay.
I told you we would have had to go to a break and get phone lines.
No, that's cool. It's cool. Okay, so that's cool. I feel like we've kind of done the shout-outs.
Yeah, we have. It's all up to you to tie a bow on this baby, and Uncle's gone from his own revolution.
yeah, Uncle's going to bed. Probably,
Uncle tapped
honestly.
out. I understand. Even though it's only midnight for you guys, 11 minutes after. But I totally understand. I'm exhausted. It's 3:11 a.m. 3:11 a.m. here on the East Coast. My brother.
Yeah. I'll just say hello to the Listening Party podcast. Rod and Denise, they left a comment here. Thank you for showing up. You two. It's always great to hear from you. So thank you. Thank you, everybody who showed up during the show, who called in, had some good calls. We had fun again this year. It's always fun. It's always enjoyable.
I just want to throw one thing in, Aaron, and that is that I'm extremely grateful to people that are not holding it against me that I got sick. Because, a lot of people will run away from me now because I spent time not pumping out stuff like I always have for the past more than a decade. And sometimes when you don't for, a little bit, they just go and they don't come back. So I don't know what to say, but I appreciate those of you that are sticking with us. That's my big shout out, really. So go ahead, Aaron. Tie a bow on this, baby.
Yeah. I mean, we've had people. The dedicated listeners are there. It's crazy how people will do that and will stick around, and that's the real bulk of the audience is the people like that who have been listening for a while and stay. And then sometimes you'll pick up new stuff. I've said on the recent podcast that there's some interesting things going on now, and the AI systems are picking me up and referring guests to my show, and they're inviting themselves on via their AI software, which I'm cool with.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the only way I can get guests anymore.
Well, without having to put in a lot of effort, people don't realize what it is. Oh, just track the guy down. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so the AI systems, I actually am proud of the fact that the AI systems, and by their magic of going through the transcripts of every podcast online, have found out the relevant show for these like highfalutin guests is actually mine. Who knew? So if you invite yourself onto my show, I will say yes to you.
There you go.
That's the other thing I'm going with here. Moving into this new year, I've already started doing it, Chuck. But I'm saying yes to everybody who's inviting themselves on. I'm saying yes, and the people who are inviting themselves on, usually it's with the AI, and I think that's highly appropriate. It's the age of transitions. I'm talking about AI. It's only appropriate that AI is recommending guests. And it's in a roundabout way. I'm not using the AI. The guests are using the AI to come onto my show, and I welcome that. I'm very excited about this. It's interesting. They keep talking about weird stuff. It's going to be a good year, I think. We're going to make it as good as it can be. We're going to make it as good as it can be. We're going to keep making weird shows. I'm going to keep tabs on the live stream channels, the Uncle's live stream channels, the YouTube, Twitch. We've got the Rumble channel now, X, at Uncle Podcast, also Instagram is the stuff for all that. So do follow all those. I'm going to try to make as many videos as I can. I'm going to try to also learn new video stuff. Like I want to do more with visuals. I want to get back to my roots of making interesting images and making art, actually, and keep on with that.
Right.
And I'm going to do that. I feel like I've already started. I'm going to put my best foot forward this year. So that's my revolution. So that's that. And Rizm, thank you for hanging out. I don't know. I feel like you've been popping in and out, which is awesome. Whatever the case may be, thank you for being here.
Rizm is the name?
Rizm. So it's RIIZM1. Rizm1 on Twitch. Follow him on Twitch. He has a Twitch channel.
Nice. Rogue One. Rizm1.
Yeah, Rizm1. He's somebody I actually know in my actual life. Face to face, a person that I interact with.
Awesome.
Rizm1. He has a Twitch page, and he plays Call of Duty mostly. So check out his page. He's a good person. So thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody. I think we're done now. I think we're going to sign out. This is it. Stay tuned to the Ocelli Radio Network. Good things are coming.
Right. And
we're going to do everything in our power to we're going to work. Chuck and I promise to work as hard as we can to keep going. And I don't know about you, Chuck, but I do this out of like some sort of weird sort of, I don't know what it is. It's like some sort of thing. I can't stop myself.
It's an like odd this, calling. Like you're required to do this because you have some knowledge that you need to pass on. You have viewpoints that you need to pass on because somebody will find a great way to utilize it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some sort of weird compulsion that keeps me going, and yeah, I guess it's the same for you, Chuck. So here we are.
Yeah, but I'd like to get back to some of those highs as opposed to some of the lows that we've suffered in recent times.
Yeah.
Let's look for strength, safety, and success, and stay alive in 2025.
All right, and with that, we're gonna sign out. Take care, everybody. Thank you for being here, and Happy New Year, everybody.